Ray Dunn. All Philadelphia, all day. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
All right, we're rolling on a Wednesday morning. Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic on the FM dial. Good morning on the Fanatic app. Good morning, hello. Watching live on YouTube. Good morning to our chatters. You can watch live every single day, Middays with Marks, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Get involved in the YouTube chat. Subscribe to 97.5 The Fanatic on YouTube. Maybe you're listening later on or you're watching later on. It's available wherever you get your podcasts. As we say good morning on a game day to Mr. Ray Dunn. Hi, Raymond.
Good morning, Johnny. How are you?
Hey. Stop that. I didn't mean to do it. My screen is black, and I was hitting it to see that if it was on, but I like that one.
All right, well, I'll stop that there. And then here, I'm going to give you one more, Ray. Bump me up, Ray. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
But here's what I need to know. If this screen is black and it's been like this, has this been reported to engineering?
The screen is black.
That's the only thing I'm saying. Has it been reported?
Well, they don't use it. They don't know.
But how do you not know? Look.
Oh, yeah. All right. You got a point.
He does use it, doesn't he? Doesn't Andrew? No drops?
Shooters don't hit no drops.
Wait, has this been black all morning?
That's Connor.
Or did it just happen? The screen.
Do you use drops?
I agree. Actually,
he didn't use drops this morning.
Get out of here. Actually, I do agree. He probably is oblivious to it being on.
While he's in there, does he mind changing the backdrop for you guys? You guys are giving free promo to what happens from 6
And we
to
say
10.
good morning to Sean Brace. Hi,
We
Sean.
are off and running. You know what I want to bring to the table right here, right now? Did you guys see last night that Tobias Harris had 6 straight playoff games with 20-plus points or more? I can't take it.
No, it makes me sick.
Can't take it.
Normally, part of you would want to be like, you know what? I feel good for him. No, I don't. I want him to fail, and I want him to fail bad.
How?
And it's killing me that he's having.
Yeah.
No, because they're struggling for scoring, and he's been the guy.
He's been the second guy.
He's been their guy. Kate Cunningham didn't shoot well last night. He struggled, I think.
Harden went off for nine straight to cut it close. He went on a 9-0 run. And I'm like, there it is, because they're not going to have the firepower to match him. And Detroit did. 111-101 final score.
All right, anyway, 76ers tonight, game 2. What a big, big game in the series. They can lose tonight, but and they would still have a shot, but winning tonight really changes the series. How does everybody feel about it? We'll talk about it. But before we do that, right, I want to do a hypothetical. And we're going to try something next segment to try to get some callers involved on a game day called Rapid Fire. Sean, you may remember when I did Rapid Fire when I was did the Fanatic Hour.
Oh, way back Wednesday.
A Flashback Friday, a Throwback Thursday.
There it is. Yes.
So so we'll do it on this subject. Let's do a hypothetical here, because I heard Connor and Ray talking about this a little bit last night. They were debating whether or not it's already been a successful season. And I don't think you can answer that question until you know what happens in this series. Because it'd be easy for me to say, sure, it's been a successful season, and then they lose in 5 games. I'm probably not going to feel the same way after that. But if this is a competitive series, even if the Sixers don't win, if this is a competitive series where you're left the series being like, damn, that was a heavyweight fight. Damn, Joel Embiid really brought it. Like, the Knicks are good. The Knicks are a little bit better. They're the better team, but we're not that far off. And, like, boom. You know what? This season's been successful. Because I already feel like if that's what happens in this series, and by no means am I waving the white flag and saying the Sixers are going to lose. Not saying that at all. But I'm just saying the Knicks are favored pretty heavily at this point to win the series. If it plays out, I already see this being a successful season for the 76ers. And here's why. Just 2 weeks ago, a week ago, we were talking about, well, you're going to have to start over. You have Maxey, you had Edgecombe, you don't have much else. Don't expect them to make the playoffs. What are they, a 25-30 win team without Embiid? But you have to move on from Embiid. And I was the one saying that. Like, you can't do this again. You can't run this back again. Sean, you were screaming. You were exhausted with the entire thing, as am I, as are a lot of fans. And then very quickly, you can see the vision that Daryl Morey had when he brought this group together, when he brought Paul George in on the max contract, when he had VJ Edgecombe, he was able to get up there and draft and get him this year. This is the team, and they may not be ready to win it this year because they need to add the rotation. This rotation stinks. Their bench stinks. They don't have enough good players. The Knicks are much deeper. But it's a successful team. It's a successful season for the biggest reason is Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid, to me, is starting to rewrite his legacy. His legacy before was all-time 76er, number retired, one of the most athletic player I've ever seen in Philadelphia. Just not going to happen for him. Into, damn, this dude's actually not soft. He came back from a major surgery to get in there, and you know what? He showed up in the series against the Celtics. Now, if he craps out against the Knicks and he has a terrible series, we're going to feel differently. But again, if this series is a successful series, even if they don't win, I already see this, for the reasons that I mentioned, as being a successful season. I don't know if I'm putting up a banner, Ray. Maybe we can have a Dave Dombrowski Phillies parade in the parking lot like we did after they lost to the Dodgers. But this is already a successful season.
And you said Ray and Connor spoke about this, so I can't wait to hear Ray and what his take is. But I completely disagree. And it shouldn't shock you, right? But if things change throughout the course of the season as far as goals, I'm not here to deny that. Like where we're at right now compared to when Paul George was out for 25 games, when Joel Embiid, we weren't sure we were ever going to see him in a Sixers uniform again. Yeah, goals change, absolutely. But to define a successful season at the beginning of the year, it was never about a second-round appearance, not for me and not for most Sixer fans. I mean, beginning at the beginning of the season, I would be happy with the playoff appearance, but only because of how ugly it was last year. But then you saw that this team has what it takes to compete. And when you go out there and get a guy like Paul George, and you go out with the max contract, and you draft well with VJ Edgecombe, and Tyrese Maxey takes another step up. And, oh, by the way, Joel Embiid at the age of 32 is playing great. They've been there. They've already made the second round before. So this wasn't about a second round appearance for me, right? Like when you go ahead and bring all these players in, they've already been there. I'm not hanging another made the second round banner, as you pointed out. This season for me to define a success has to be Eastern Conference Final or championship or NBA Finals. There's your three categories that if they check one of those boxes, that's when I will say it's a successful season. Fair or unfair, I'm sick and tired of the second-round appearances.
Well, I am
we need
too.
to get over that hump. This is the time.
But the expectations have to change, and here's the other thing, Ray, that next season's now real. If you lose to the Knicks, but you lose to the Knicks where it was a brawl, it was a fight, and the Knicks were a better team because the Knicks going into the series are the better team. They just are. Next year's real. Next year, you can legitimately say it's not just wishing it. Like this year was wishing it. Like, oh, well, Paul George. Like, no, they couldn't put it together. Next season's it. Next season's where you can say you're not breaking up the team. You're keeping the team, and you're adding to it. Now Daryl Morey's got to cook.
You're keeping the team. Now we're running it back. Everything's coming back. Age 37, Paul George. Age 33, Joel Embiid. He played 30-plus games.
Sean, please, you're not breaking the team up, and you know you're not breaking it up. They're not breaking the team up, and I wouldn't break the team up, no. Absolutely not if you're competitive in this series.
Because of one comeback against the Boston Celtics, we have changed everything.
But you finally see. You see it. You finally see what his plan was.
But we're hoping and praying with the fact of Joel. Whether they are going to break the team up or not, that's fine. That's for them. How I'm still approaching it, dude, his trade value's through the roof right now.
All right, so
Paul George and Joel Embiid.
Well, you can definitely move on from Embiid and maybe even get something.
I'm still holding on to that.
All right, so we're going to do rapid fire, which is very simple. The phone number is 610-632-0975. 610-632-0975. It's a chance for you to get in with your opinion. You get in, you get out, you get on your way. This isn't a 2-minute phone call. This isn't, hey, guys, how you doing? First time, long time. It's like, boom, Sean and Balakin would go, and then Sean, blah, 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 blah. And he goes and he gets out. All right, if you want to get a text message in on the Davis Honda text line, Ray can be waiting by and read the text rapid-fire style. Boom, 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 boom. 610-632-0975. That is the number for the phone line. For the text line, I don't know if we can get the voice memos turned around as quickly, but we're going to talk about this as we merge into Game 2 of the series, which we'll talk about as well. Has this already been a successful season for the 76ers? They can't get swept.
Run it back.
610-632-0975. Very short break here. We start with rapid fire after this. Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
The Flyers have a tough task against the first seed.
All right, back middays with Marks, John Marks, Sean Brace, Ray Dunn. The rapid fire number is 610-632-0975. That's also the Davis Honda text line. That's the phone line. That's the way to get your voice memos in.
Line them up.
Has this already been a successful season? Ray Dunn, has this already been a successful season?
No. It pains me to say because of how emotional I was with that win over the Celtics, and you heard from me Saturday night after that game how fired up I was, how awesome it was to see. But when you look at on paper what they have and what the goals of this organization is, Daryl Morey doesn't have these three max guys on this roster to just get out of the first round.
No, I mean, big picture, you're right. This is like we're not hanging a banner, but realistically, what did you want them to do at this point? Right? You exceeded expectations. You beat the Celtics. You were the 7th seed.
Yeah, if you want to reset the expectations to April. But if we're talking about the big picture success of a season, you want to.
But see, you always worry too much about it's not about the words of big picture success of the season. No, it's like if they lose to the Knicks in 6 or 7 games, and they fight them out, and it is like, man, this is a heavyweight match, and everybody's saying the Sixers are a good team. I don't know how you don't think it's successful. If you're only defining success by making the Eastern Conference Finals or making the NBA Finals, I think you're looking at it the wrong way.
I think I'm looking at it as they signed Paul George 2 years ago, and if they lose this series, all I have to show for it in this series is them winning one first round.
So if they have to make the Eastern Conference Final and that's it?
Well,
they have to make the NBA Finals and
I think
that's
they
it?
have to get to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Can they get swept in the Eastern Conference Final? Because they have Paul George, they have max contracts.
They can.
Right. Well, I mean, what
you're
you're
saying is
right
that make it successful.
What you're saying right now, you said that you have to see the way this series goes, which means it's not already a success. You're waiting to see the way the series goes.
But my point is that it's not just about making the Eastern Conference Final, because they make the Eastern Conference Final and they get swept, you're not going to be happy.
No one's going to be happy.
Yeah, but would it be a successful season?
To me, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think, and this will go to the legacy conversation too with Joel Embiid, because I think he's also in a situation where even if they got to the Eastern Conference Finals, if he were to lose to Tobias Harris or James Harden in this town with the people that don't like Joel Embiid all of a sudden say, you know what, his legacy's secure? No, they'd be saying that statue down at the practice complex got to be smaller than the one they gave AI.
By the way, I mean, I don't know if people realize this. This is more than Joel Embiid. This team's more than about being Joel Embiid.
Yes, it is.
But
He's not dragging the team to the NBA Finals by himself. We know that. He hasn't been able to do that. He's not healthy enough to do that. He's a center. He's not going to be able to do that. Why do you think they're having this kind of success? There's other people that are having success with them. They've had their most success as a playoff team when other guys have stepped up, right? Other guys are stepping up. All I'm saying, Ray, I don't know if more people, because we put it out on Twitter, I don't know if more people what they're going to say about it. All I'm saying is that it doesn't feel like a lost cause now if they run it back and they're running it back because they feel like they have to run it back. No, there's a reason to run it back now. You see the success of what they had in the first round. Now you got to build on that. Ultimately, will it work? Man, I don't know.
Yeah.
But it makes too much sense not to run it back if they take the Knicks to the brink, and obviously if they win, it's going to feel great. But if they take them to the brink and it's a very competitive series, I don't know how you don't look at this season as a success.
I think it's a great rapid-fire conversation. I love to see the people lining up, John. And, man, this is what it's all about, because as far as Sports Talk Radio is concerned, it's a perfect question. I say no. I think we're changing the goals as we're going upon the season, and I understand that, but I have to bring it back to the beginning of the year. It was never about the second round. It was never about just getting to this part of the season.
All right.
About winning a championship.
Give me a little music there. Let's go. All right, I'm going to start off with Nate, Northeast Philly. Nate, what do you say?
Hey, John. Thanks for taking my call. I think it's a successful season. Look, you started at the beginning of the year. A lot of people were questionable whether or not you can win with the score. I think you can, because the only thing you're really going to need is a new bench. The starting three, they proved they can win. As long as you reinforce the bench, you should be good to go for next year.
All right, there's Nate, 610-632-0975. Let's go to Andy in Lambertville. Andy, what do you say?
Andy.
Hey, what I say is Sixers win tonight outright. It's a whole different conversation tomorrow. 1-1 coming back to Philly. Love you, John. Love you, Ray. Kind of like you, Sean the Welcher.
There he is, Andy in Lambertville.
He can't help himself.
So he didn't even answer the question. The Davis Honda text line, we're going to check in to see what they're saying. Sean Bernard checking in rapid fire. Sean Bernard, I feel like I already know what your answer is going to be.
Yeah, and it is absolutely a successful season. The Celtics were minus 900 favorites. The Sixers were the 14th team in NBA history to come back from a 3-1 deficit right there. This was not a season where it was all in, got to win the championship. This was kind of a season where we had to wait and see, and I think they largely had outperformed expectations.
There he is, Positive Sean. Thank you,
Positive Sean.
610-632-0975. He's absolutely right. They weren't winning a championship this year. That was never the expectation.
When you have players like Joel Embiid, Paul George, Max Hughes, an All-Pro, you drafted well with VJ Edgecombe. Daryl Morey put together this roster not for the hope that they make the second round. No, this was a championship contender. That was what his mind was built around when he put this roster together here. And that's where we're at right now. I can't get down with the fact that second round, it's a successful season. No.
I mean, I'm getting somebody DMing me, calling me soft. Like, really, Marks? Losing in the second round with this roster? Ray, what are people saying on the Davis Honda text line?
John C. in Tennessee, successful season for the Sixers, but still time to retool, lose George, Embiid, and Drummond, get younger, healthy big men who will buy into Maxey's team.
So a successful season, but you're still going to tear it down.
Yes.
Correct. Then it's not a successful season if you want to tear it down.
It's just on to the
down
next.
A success.
It's on to the next. Paul George is 36 years old. I mean, come on. What are we doing? It's Joel Embiid,
well,
right?
They signed him.
I know. Joel Embiid, 33 next year. Like, year 13 for him. Haven't we got everything we possibly could from Joel Embiid? And I hate having this discussion right now because everything is possible.
I know. We're going to get into the series. All right. It
would be a success, which is why they need to break it up. Embiid and George will never have more trade value, and if an exciting first-round upset is their version of success, they will never achieve the ultimate goal.
All right. Well, thank you. That's rapid fire.
Very good.
We'll get some more texts.
Yeah. It's a good conversation, right? It is a perfect sports talk radio, bar room, two dudes at the bar, or two girls, whatever, belly up. And do girls belly up? Yeah, they belly up. Of course they belly up. Yeah. Yeah, women belly up.
Is this
right?
Ray at the bar?
Women belly up, Ray?
Sure, why not? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, belly
I
up.
bellied up to the bar last night.
I
Sure you did.
Happy Cinco de Mayo.
Bellying up. I made tacos
that's right.
last night. I made a cheesy gordita crunch. How about that?
I made tacos last night.
Did you?
Yep.
I didn't
eat them.
I made fresh guacamole for Dan Orlowski, too.
Did you?
Yes. Put a little red onion. They didn't have cilantro at the store. Red onion, lime juice, salt, avocado. Bang. It was good, man. That was probably the best part.
Ray, we put the poll up at 975 Middays before we went on the air. Already a successful season. Again, they can't get swept. I'm not going to sit here and tell you if they lose in 5 games, there's no way I'm going to be like, this is a successful season. Will I still want them to run it back? Probably.
No.
Probably, but what's the poll saying?
34% of the people saying that this is a successful season.
Well, way lower.
66% saying not a successful season already.
But how did you word it?
Is this Sixers season already a success?
See, it's lacking context.
That's the question.
It's not the
I don't
question.
know.
What's the question?
The question is, if this is a competitive series against the Knicks, but they lose in 7, would you consider this a successful season?
We're out of characters at that point.
Yeah, that's deep.
No, you're not.
And oh, by the way, yeah, if that kind of adds a little bit too much context to sway the vote.
It does not.
Yes, it does. Because if you're saying they extend this series to 7, people are going to be singing a different tune if this gets to 7.
Agreed. But that's the context of it. I'm not like if you put it out there and said the Sixers get swept in this series.
No, what about
is it
right
a successful season?
Just forget game 1. How about
successful?
They're in the second round.
Successful.
Okay.
Because I think they have a shot next year. And I didn't feel like that this year. The first year of Paul George, I didn't really believe that. I see what Daryl Morey in front of me. I see what the vision was.
Yeah.
It's not all that complicated. You're maxing out Paul George, but you can actually see it in play. And here's the other thing. You didn't know what Edgecombe was going to be at the beginning of the season. You hoped he was going to be good. You hoped he wasn't going to be outclassed out there. Dude, he's been in the starting lineup and hasn't looked back.
Yep.
This dude's been as an important player on this team as anybody else on the team. He really has. He gives you a legit 4th option or 3rd option, depending on how you want to do it. Now you need to add to the team. And maybe it's a veteran guy. Maybe it's somebody that comes in that says, hey, this is the guy we want. He doesn't like to lose. I don't know.
Well,
Maybe you're trading draft picks. Maybe you're doing this.
I know if Daryl Morey is coming back, we are just running this all back next year, and they will maybe add. I don't know where they can do what they can do inside the margins, whatever it may be, but you know that George will be back. You know that Embiid will be back. VJ, of course, Tyrese. I don't know. I just think of it as what we've been discussing for the past few weeks. You got something good with JoJo right now. It's great to see him out there healthy, but man, you know darn well we're all crossing our fingers. Every single game out there, he is battling, walking, limping. Dude, he's on the injury report for another body part today. Another body part. An ankle. A freaking ankle.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, the ankle. It was the hip in game one. Now it's the ankle. Every single game, it's something different.
Right.
I love him.
And that's what it's going to be. So, okay, here's the problem with it is that because even going into the season, all the people that wanted to trade Embiid, I said no. It's still worth giving it a shot because you may have the miracle year where he's able to play 60 games and then everything else kind of gels together. This team is gelling right now. Do we agree with that? That everybody's pulling in the same direction. It seems like they're really united. Nick Nurse has kind of emerged.
Oh, and that story last week about Nick Nurse losing his brother? Yeah. Game 6?
Yep.
Whoa.
Yeah, man, you pull for him.
Oh, God, yeah. That changes a lot when you look back at it. Or it doesn't change. It adds more to it.
All right, does what the Sixers have done so far, does it change your outlook on the team? And I would love for people to say no. It changes the outlook that you have on the team. Regardless, I mean, they get swept. Obviously, it's the same thing. We're just kind of rephrasing the question.
For me, it comes back to you got to make difficult decisions. As a general manager, as an owner, as someone that's trying to win a championship, we always go back to the run of the Phillies. What if Ruben Amaro decided to trade, let's just say, Jimmy Rollins in 2009 and get something really big in return? Let's just say Ruben Amaro traded Chase Utley. You can't trade Chase Utley. You can't even say that out loud. What if he traded Ryan Howard heading into year 9 and fleeced some team, right? Are they able to get another World Series? And then if you are able to get another World Series, we look at that run. Major League Baseball looks at that run. National media looks at that run. Entirely different than just one World Series victory in 2008. So here the Sixers are faced with, okay, it was great. You made things entertaining. You came back. You did something historical against the Boston Celtics. Got a little lucky. But at the end of the day, you did advance. Good. Nice work. But now how can you get better? For my money, it's not about just running it back and maybe adding a fringe player. It's about finding a way to get somebody in here that can go ahead and produce 65 games during a regular season, gel throughout the course of the year, and hit the ground running come playoff time.
You want to reset. You want to reboot.
I like what I have with Maxey. I love what I have with VJ. I think that those are the two pieces moving forward. I am fine with the approach. If you say rebooting for the upcoming season, I am fine with it. I do believe that you can get something valuable in return for Paul George, and I do believe that somebody out there is going to see what Joel Embiid is doing and saying, you know what? I'd love that for my franchise. What do you want, Daryl?
All right. Well, what do we think about the game tonight? Actually, I've been meaning to go to the BetParks app to see if that, because the line last night was 7, and I advised my clientele, Sean, that I would buy if you like the Sixers, buy now because I think it maybe goes down before game time. Even if you get a half point, you get a little bit of get the hook on you. But I fully expect this is a very competitive game tonight. This is the series right here, whether they win or not. If they come out tonight and just the Knicks have their number again, good luck. Down to 6. Oh, no, it's up to 8.
Yeah, bumped up. That doesn't surprise me. You know, Knicks fans, everyone's going crazy.
The New York money's in there.
Yeah. What do I think for tonight? I hope they win. I hope it's competitive. I really do. It's a tough environment. And like I said, JoJo is definitely dealing with stuff at this point in time. The ankle out of nowhere. The hip has got to be still bothering him. We talked about, the impact of them playing on Monday because they only had the one day off. Well, it's only been one extra day. So what type of rest are we talking about there that's going to have an impact? I just think the Knicks are really good. I'll tip my cap to the Knicks. I really will. This is a hot team right now that just a week ago we're down 2-1 to the Atlanta Hawks. Everybody was fired. Everybody was traded. It was all about Giannis. And now what have they done? That got their attention, and now they're on a historical run right now, these last 3 games. This is a tough game for the Sixers. I don't think I'm saying anything nobody agrees with.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I mean, it's if the Knicks shoot 62% from the field, they're going to win.
Yeah.
Right? At some point, doesn't have to stop. Right? They're banking in 3-pointers from the top of the key. I mean, that's like some nights you're going to have that. I mean, the Sixers have to match their physicality. They have to match their intensity. They got to come out and be like, yeah, game one's game one, guys. That means that you're giving some hard fouls early. You give some hard fouls early.
National media, I saw Wilbon, I saw Get Up, everybody, and a lot of them picked the Knicks to win the series, but they all said the same thing. Tonight's going to be different. Sixers are going to battle. And that's what they need. They got to be willing to go to hell because the Knicks came out there. Those Knicks fans are ready to go to hell. They're already in hell.
Yeah, they can go to hell.
Those devils. It's ridiculous. And you know what? It's kind of fake up there. 2 things. One, we have to address the YouTube chat, of course, who just called in. I apologize. I'm forgetting his
Andy
name.
from
Andy.
Lambertville.
We got to address that. We will in just a second. Call me a Welcher on air. That's fine.
Oh, yeah, we didn't actually talk.
We will. We'll address it in a second. As I have a rat tail right now, Andy. But there is a new thing going around with the Knicks fans outside the Garden. And we shouldn't surprise people. A couple years ago, the Bing Bong, that was authentic. That was a regular season game, and that was your crazy Knicks fans coming out there, and the videos went viral. That was a couple years ago. Now, all these people, these influencers, are infiltrating the area around Madison Square Garden. They're not even Knicks, like
Just to do it.
just to get the videos. You see the products, the Calshies, the mic flags. So it's a little watered down for my liking. Still, keep your hands to yourself, please.
Those man on the street people, man.
Yeah,
They're just trying to steal views wherever they can get them.
Yep.
that's it.
It's ridiculous.
Imagine if we ever did that here. That would be disgusting, right?
Be stupid.
Yeah, speaking of that, are you going up? Are you going down this weekend? Well, you're gonna beat. Well, I mean, we have home games this weekend.
Oh yeah, no, I'll be there.
Okay.
I'll be there for game 3 for sure.
Okay. All right.
And then we're gonna be down there for Flyers game 4.
You guys
Yeah.
are broadcasting
4 hours.
Saturday 1 to 5.
1 to 5, getting you fired up for Game 4.
And it's outside as long as the weather cooperates. Right?
Hopefully, yeah, this rainstorm that's coming up the East Coast. It's nasty.
And shout out to our good friends at Michelob Ultra for that.
Yes, sir. Yeah,
Oh, really?
We'll be
Yeah.
talking about them a little bit later today.
Quite a bit.
Nice.
Real quick though, on the Andy front, okay? Call me a Welcher. 1, John, you see it?
Yeah, he shaved the. It's hard to say because your back of your head's fat.
It's day 2. Yeah,
I
it's
know.
day 2. All
I know.
right. So
Sean has to grow a rat tail because the Celtics won 2 games.
that's 1. 2, tell them about the blue paint.
So yesterday we had, if you didn't know this, we had said that we would paint ourselves blue if they win the series, and they won the series against the Celtics. So we didn't remember we said it. We're idiots. And then it was pointed out to us when we played it back. So we're like, all right, listen, we'll do it. The plan was to do it today because there's game 2. Unfortunately, the blue paint gods didn't cooperate. On the air yesterday, we were trying to buy it. So I ordered some at Michael's. It said the order was ready. You looked all around yesterday. You couldn't find it. You ordered stuff on Amazon days ago, and it kept getting pushed back. The date
It'll be here
pushed
tomorrow
back.
afternoon. It was supposed to be here today, but I'll be here tomorrow afternoon, Thursday afternoon.
So I went this morning. I got the email, Ray, that said your order's ready for pickup, and I said, "Oh, this is awesome, great." And then I walk in, and it's purple, and I'm like, "Yo, I ordered blue. It says it right here." They're like, "Yeah, well, they just give you the closest thing if they don't have it in stock." So it's like, all right, great. So we have literally no blue paint.
So am I going down to Delaware Ave, Columbus Avenue?
Here's what I'm going to say. Amazon is on its way. I think we just all take a deep breath.
But we won't have it for tomorrow. And then we're at the PGA store on Friday. I don't know if we're showing up there blue.
Game 4 is Monday.
Game 4 is Sunday.
Oh, game 4 is Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to be paying off a bet when they're swept out of the first.
Well, I mean,
Whoa.
I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna go there.
No, I kid.
I'm not gonna go there. But
But that would be worst case scenario, obviously.
well, if we did it tomorrow and they lose tonight, then it's like we're dressed in blue and we're like down in the dumps because they didn't win.
Well, that would be even better.
Okay.
These do not.
But we need to get the blue
I
paint
know.
today.
That's
So
the
I'm going
issue.
to get it today is what we're saying.
That's what we're saying.
Okay.
Well, call and make sure they have it. Have Nate or Dutz back there call and see if they have it.
We literally went to 3 Michaels. I ordered it on Amazon.
I went to the one by my
So,
house. They didn't
to
have it.
Andy and Lambertville, one more time on the welching. Kiss my you-know-what. All right there, bud? Appreciate
His
it.
keister.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't explain because you don't want to, at the beginning of the show, explain why we're not in blue.
We'll pay it off.
But we're not in blue. Yes, absolutely. Do we have a voice memo there, Raymond? What do we got?
Johnny Mark,
Oh,
an amazing brace. It won't be a successful season till they actually win a championship. I'm way too old to consider this BS a complete season. And guess what? I'm back.
yes. Angry Al texted me yesterday. He was in the hospital.
Oh, man.
We put the APB out. I haven't heard from him.
Okay.
And I know if he doesn't text that he's probably something happened with the health. So he did. He texted me yesterday.
That's great to hear. And he called in a voice memo.
Yes.
All right. Look, Al, take care of yourself. We keep fighting, brother. We're pulling for you. And it's great to hear that lovely voice.
All right. Calarulo has something on the text line. It says, shouldn't you add some red to not confuse it with the Knicks? Maybe just by red?
No.
Maybe what you guys should do tomorrow, because it's also a Flyers Day, you guys come in with blue and orange.
No. I see what you did there. No, look, the Blue Man Group, it's crazy. The lady told me last night that she believes that they were out of blue paint because of Spirit Week and kids graduating. I said, really? And then she tried pushing me on paint that you shouldn't put on your body. I'm like, lady.
Say, hey, how about this lead paint we got over here?
First of all, do you realize that this blue paint is not going to come off? We're going to be walking around with blue.
So you go home and shower.
Well, and then it's still going to be there.
Really?
I think so. I think there will be. We're going to be walking around all weekend. What the hell does your face blue
Really?
for? Yeah, I think so.
Well, what kind of face paint doesn't come off?
I don't know. We'll find
Where
out.
were you using Sherwin-Williams the last time you did this, Sean? Yeah, can we go to MAB, the old painting?
Well, remember when I did
Place?
the kiss face? That was face paint, and that stuff was literally I had black, for the next day or so.
To your point,
Yeah.
all you need is, because think about it, how much face paint are they really stocking at Michael's? They don't have cases of it in the back because they sell so much. So you get some kids to come in and want to paint their face. Yeah, then they're waiting a week or two for the next shipment.
I can't believe how much of a pain in the neck it's been, but it is what it is. What are you going to do? And then Amazon, like I said, normally I placed that order on Monday. It's it'll be here. Okay, cool. Now it's not.
How much confidence do you have that the team is winning tonight, Ray?
I'm confident.
You're confident?
Yeah, I'm confident. This team's got pride. We've seen it. They've come back after 2 30-point losses, and it's not like, oh, wow, yeah, they just punched us in the mouth. I don't know what we're going to do.
Here's why I think I give the Sixers not only a puncher's chance, I like them tonight. When it's as easy as it was for the Knicks in game one, it's natural to come out and think it's going to. Yeah, they know it's not going to be as easy, but what are you feeling? They're feeling super confident. They're feeling like we got these guys. All the shots that were going up in game one that were going in, guess what? Ain't going to happen in game two. It's just not. You're not going to be shooting the same way. It's so difficult. They've done it 3 straight games. They do it 4, that would be insane. And then the 76ers, they know they struggled. They shut it down early in game one, and they're coming in tonight, and they're pissed because they know how bad they got beat in game one. And they got something for them. And we saw the Sixers respond in that Celtics series to a couple of really bad losses. It didn't look the same. They had response against the Celtics. And if they can't come out tonight and respond early, then we can revisit the conversation of a successful season.
Well, again, I could see the path, and the path for my money starts with defense, right? You have to play better defense. You have to get out there. You got to be willing to get in Brunson. Now, what was scary is when Bob Cooney joined us yesterday from New York and said simply they put 3 guys on him. That was pretty scary. All right, so they're going to need a better effort on Brunson, better plan of attack as far as defense across the board. Tyrese Maxey, aggressive, right? Mixing a little bit down the stretch, some big-time shots. And, yes, the Sixers can win this game. I could see the path.
All right, coming up, what does the series mean for the future of the organization? ESPN wrote about the series and what it means for the future of the Sixers and the other teams in the East. We got that coming up next. Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic. All right, let's talk about your garage for a second. Yeah, and you'll say to yourself, you're like, you know what, Marks, I hear you talking about Comer Cross. I didn't realize how bad my garage floor looked until you were talking about Comer and Cross. Cracked concrete, stains, maybe you have that old epoxy job. Guess what? Check out Comer and Cross at 1-800-NEW-FLOOR or ComerCross.com, COMER Cross.com. This is not paint or epoxy. They completely transform your garage floor in just one day, and it looks incredible. A true showroom finish. And right now, they're offering 50% off installation. And the best part is they make it so easy. They move your stuff out of the garage for you. They repair all the cracks and pits so it looks like new, and then you choose your custom Comer and Cross finish. All of this, 50% off installation. It's built to last. No chipping, no cracking, no tire lift ever. You can have that true showroom floor you want every single day. 1-800-NEW-FLOOR, 1-800-NEW-FLOOR, ComerCross.com. right, back. Middays with Marks. Sixers tonight. Flyers tomorrow night. We don't have the conflicting games now, thank God.
Are you paying attention to the other side of things with the Avs out there? Good grief. 14 goals in the first 2 games. The Avalanche are just...
I saw they were up 3-1 last night, and then it jumped.
That's a team on a absolute
On a
path.
mission?
Yeah, to win it all. That's
And you're
for sure.
wishing. John, you just saw this during the break. This is a verified source.
Yes.
Ted Turner has died at the age of 87.
Yeah, CNN. There you go. Breaking news.
CNN, TNT, TBS owned the Braves for a long time. Famously, in 1993, Ted Turner, Jane Fonda, who he was married to, sitting at Veterans Stadium. Then the Fanatic came out for his dance dressed as Jane Fonda.
No, don't remember this.
And she was pissed.
No, get out.
Yeah.
Like pissed, like Tommy Lasorda pissed? Or?
I don't know. She didn't chase him down, but she was clearly annoyed.
That's great.
It's an all-time Fanatic story. Yeah, Tommy Lasorda's one of them as well. But yes, it was during the NLCS, which was fun.
He also created the cartoon Captain Planet. Remember that one?
Don't know it.
To educate the kids on the environment. That was early 90s. That was definitely when I was a kid.
I know Captain Caveman.
Oh, even better. What
He
Captain Caveman. Was that Wooga Woo?
Was he on Scooby-Doo? He was a part of a show.
Captain.
He didn't have his own show. Captain Caveman was a part of the show.
Yes. Captain Caveman, Hanna-Barbera, Space Stars. And he looks like he's got like Fred Flintstone's wardrobe.
It's the Flintstones then.
There you go. Captain Caveman.
Anyway, Ted Turner.
Booga Booga. There it is. I told you. I knew it. I knew that was the name, the sound that he made. Booga Booga. Booga Booga.
Ah.
Yeah. Good stuff.
All right, Ray. What does this series mean for the 76ers? I believe it means a lot. Even if you don't win it, it's going to give even people right now that are saying, no, it's not a successful season if they weren't to win. All right, like you can say that, but at the same time still say, but the best course of action, at least gives you a little bit of hope. At the very least, don't you at least have hope for the Sixers? I had no hope for the Sixers 2 weeks ago.
That's
None.
fair.
Yeah, no, it's a beautiful thing to feel that hope again, that something good might happen to us. That has definitely returned. But
I know you feel the same way with women. You're very much hoping.
I have more hope in the Sixers than I do in women right now.
All right, come on.
With the Sixers, though, it's funny. Like I said on Saturday, in between yelling at people, asking them if they believed ahead of Game 7, I was like, I think there's going to be a number of people around Delaware Valley, if they win, that can close out the Zillow app or close out the tab. They don't have to be looking for somewhere to live come this May. I don't know. Bontemps at Windhorse this morning? Are there still changes that could be happening
Yeah.
if they lose?
So I was thinking
Nobody's
about this
safe?
because we think all of a sudden they win a series and then Morey keeps his job. Did you see that they hired a GM in Dallas?
Did
Who was it? The former
Raptors.
Yeah. Masai.
There you go.
How do you pronounce his last name? Yeah.
He was.
Former Raptors general manager.
Yeah, there you go. We'll go with that.
So that was rumored, if you remember. Mark Stein, who's based in Dallas, he had come out and said that that Bob Myers was a candidate for that job. And it's like, hang on a second. Bob Myers, who's like is overseeing all of the properties for Joshua Harris, that doesn't make a lot of sense. And then it's like, okay, this is probably put out there to try to stir the pot and be like, hey, listen, he can take this job if you don't get it. So I don't know if Josh Harris is we don't know what Josh Harris thinks. Josh Harris may already be outside of Morey making the Eastern Conference Finals or making the NBA Finals. So I'm going to make a move. We don't know that because he doesn't ever talk. And like, who's making the decisions? Is it just him, or is Bob Myers making decisions? And is he going to make the decision to move on from Morey? We don't know. We don't. But it does feel like that there is some hope.
Masai Ujiri is his name. And yes, he did come over from the Raptors, and now he's the president of the Dallas Mavericks. Yeah, I just look at, in Bontemps, man, I heard a podcast the other day. It was on TV, and it was him and Windhorse. And Bontemps was very dismissive of everything Windhorse had to say. There was a little.
Really?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, button heads?
Yeah, button heads on it. And it's just like, man, it was a comfortable listen. It really was. Anyways, putting that to the side. Yeah, I think, John, it is an interesting conversation because it's like we talked about that embrace between Elton Brand and Daryl Morey. Now, if Daryl Morey comes back, is he really firing Nick Nurse?
No.
If Daryl Morey comes back, he's not getting rid of Joel Embiid. He's not getting rid of Paul George. So there's your answer. They're running it back.
Yeah, but so I would say, Ray, that the biggest X factor here is whether he comes back or not. Right? Nick Nurse, you can easily make the case that he's coached his way into keeping his job. Right? I mean, I certainly think so.
Missoula.
Yeah, I mean, but also, like, what did you want him to do during the regular season? You had Maxey out for an extended period of time. You had Embiid out for, off and on the entire season. You're dealing with a rookie. Paul George gets a 25-game drug suspension. Look at the rest of the team. You're trying to make do with Watford and Justin Edwards and these kind of guys, right? So it's like, I mean, especially with what he's done in the playoffs, I think he's coached his way back in. But like with Morey, I don't know because it's like I don't know what he's being judged on. If he's being judged on success, well, he's not going to have reached what he's been brought in here to do. He's making, I believe, $12 million a year.
It's good coin.
And Josh Harris is I know he's not he's been ducking the taxes, Joel Embiid once said, but still, you're not getting a return on that investment, on that money, if you're not being in the playoffs multiple rounds and you're having multiple home games. Is he pissed that they signed Joel Embiid to that contract? That's what Stephen A. Smith said.
Also, you have to factor into the conversation about the vibe from the fans. Are they still filling their arena up? Which the regular season tickets?
Yeah.
I would say from afar, they're still filling up. There's still a lot of passion. It's still a good ticket to have. I don't know if season tickets have gone down, but
I'm sure it hasn't went up.
Well, then that's something that's got to be factored if you're Josh Harris.
Does it go up next year? I don't know how it wouldn't. Even if it's minimal. If it went down, it's got to go back up because now you have Edgecombe. You didn't know what Edgecombe was going to be. You maybe didn't even really have an understanding of what he was. Now you have Paul George, who just had a decent run right here.
It's a really good conversation because I could go both ways on this one. I think that, and judging from what we just found out from that poll we put out, I think a lot of fans are still like, yeah, man, I'm enjoying this, but I'm not buying it. I really do get that vibe. Like, yeah, this is good. I'm glad you gave me a little bit of life. I'm watching these games. It's fun. But, man, you're going to try and sell me another year of this? Paul George at age 37, Joel Embiid at age 33?
So where would you say, Ray, the Sixers would be in attendance? League-wide. 2025-26 regular season.
It's always high.
13?
9th.
I was going to say I would go top 10.
9th.
Okay.
Not one, but that's make some money doing that.
Who is number one on that list?
I'd have to look that.
I will say the interest, I think, has come back after that first round series because I did hear a story of people who may have decided they were out on the whole season ticket thing, then trying to get back in to the ticket office. Like, well, my playoff tickets, right? And I was like, well, you said you didn't want playoff tickets. You said you were out. That's how that works. You can't just get your tickets now. You're either in or you're out.
Right.
I'm in.
That's what that guy was.
The Bulls were number one. Huh? The Bulls were number one in attendance.
That's amazing.
Great
Shout out to those fans.
But also, and this isn't the percentage. The Knicks, I think Madison Square Garden is only 18,200.
Okay.
You have other, they're making 20,000 seat arenas. What's the Sixers a hair under 20, I think.
Okay.
Per game. Or maybe it's right at 20. I forget.
19,
yeah, it's 19 something.
Or something like that.
I need to hear more about the Chicago Bulls. I know it's cold, so maybe that's something.
It's a big basketball town. I mean, they're not good.
Terrible.
Yeah.
They were. They started out good this year, but they've been terrible.
All right, coming up, is Bryce Harper elite again? Should Bryson Stott play every day? The Phillies are hot, baby. We'll talk about it coming up next. Middays with Marks.
I guess we only find out if he becomes elite or he continues to be good.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Game 2 tonight. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. It's brought to you by Michelob Ultra. Flyers playoff hockey is here. Catch the WMMR and Fanatic Flyers Block Party live broadcast presented by Michelob Ultra Thursday and Saturday leading up to the home Flyers playoff games. Win autographed jerseys. Got to be 21 plus. Please enjoy responsibly. Game 2 tonight for the Sixers and the Knicks up at Madison Square Garden. 7 o'clock tip for that game. Sixers trailing the series 1-0. Nick Nurse following game 1. All right, guess Foxborough's not working in here. Somebody send a ticket to engineering. Love that. Sixers need to be more physical. That's what Nick Nurse was saying. Flyers, Hurricanes. Game 3 is tomorrow night. That one will be at home at Xfinity Mobile Arena. That one you'll be able to hear right here on the Fanatic, just like tonight's Sixers game. Phillies won 9-1 last night. Bryce Harper, a pair of home runs, as the Phillies have now won 7 of 8 under Don Mattingly. This update is also brought to you by thereamteam.com. Unbeatable savings are now on with 0% for 60 months with approved credit on select Ream air conditioners. Hurry to thereamteam.com and lock in your savings today. I'm Ray Dunn, your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
sitting over there.
You better get up out of your chair.
That's right. All right, so check it out. Coming up today at 12:30, we have a pair of Game 3 76ers tickets. Get excited, Sean Brace.
Oh, I'm excited, baby. Let's go.
Are you kidding me? 12:30, we have a pair. We got a pair. We have a pair. So stay tuned. We're going to play Sixers Knockout Trivia. It means everybody will get a shot. Not doing this text line, fifth caller on the contest line. You're going to need to know your 76er playoff trivia. All right, Sixers playoff knockout trivia, 12:30 for the tickets. Capiche?
Oh, yeah, I got you.
Makes sense?
What am I supposed to say to capiche? Capoche?
Capiche? No, you say capiche.
Oh, that's it. Capiche. Okay. I didn't know.
Yep. Couple things here. We'll get into the
capiche.
Get into the Phillies. John Kincade on the Davis Honda text line. Captain Caveman definitely had his own show.
Okay.
I just remember him in the Flintstones.
Yeah. I think he had his own show. I thought that was the case, but then as I Googled it, there was a mix too as well. They did have like an all-star show as well. But absolutely, remember the Captain Caveman. Haven't thought of that in decades, bro.
All right, so the Phillies, I mean, right, it's exactly how we drew it up. They were going to start the season, Topper would get fired, and then they would Donnie Baseball would become the manager, and they go 7-1 in his first 8 games, Sean.
Incredible.
How about that? Chris Sanchez, dominant last night. Dominant. The offense is coming around. Bryce again.
Yep.
Smashed it. Took the edge off with that home run.
2 home runs back, or
Got
2
the
home
ninth
runs
inning.
Yep. 31st, I believe, multi home run game there. And you know what I like to see? Like, all right, a lot of baseball to be played. We did say that, even though that they were losing. But there is a ton of season to go. I like emotion. I like when you see the fight, right? And I also like to see them comfortable. Like, of course, when you're losing, there's anything but that. But last night you saw Sanchez. He strikes out his, 8th batter late in the game after putting the first 2 runners on in the 7th inning. It gives you the, yeah.
Yeah, he gets jacked up.
Harper hits the home run and gives it the jab as he's running out first base. Like, let's go. Get enthused. Start playing with some passion down there. And you're starting to see it. Of course, winning gears all. I get it. But you could see the vision right now. You could see the path of them continuing this streak, now 4 straight at home and staying hot.
Because remember, we had Jason Worth on. What does he say, Ray? Jason Worth says the season doesn't start till June. Yeah.
Jeez.
And that's the mentality of a ball player. So, hey, maybe it started a little bit earlier for the Phillies this year with Thompson getting fired.
I just think about it like our perspective. Like, imagine cracking the microphones in April going, yeah, we'll talk to you in June about the Phillies.
Imagine being a current player to say that. You imagine Bryce Harper coming out and saying, well, the season doesn't really start till June.
Yeah, that's something you could say for Jason Worth in your post-playing.
And by the way, you can also see it. It's 162. It's a long season. They know that it's really how you're playing. And you can't fall 15 games under 500 like the Phillies were trying to do.
Yeah.
But they turned it around. So last night, just exactly what you're looking for. Sanchez was dominant. 10 strikeouts.
You finished with 10?
Yep.
Wow.
8 innings, 10 strikeouts. He that one jam he worked his way out of.
Yeah.
Got to strike out to end the inning. And then the lineup's coming around. Schwarber went 0 for 5 again last night, but Brycey 3 for 4, 2 home runs.
He's elite.
Brandon Marsh 3 for 5.
Ty Cobb,
Shoeless Joe,
Rod Carew.
Brandon Marsh, Rod Carew. He looks great.
Dude, he looks really Tony Gwynn, add him into the mix, too, as well.
Real Muto had a nice double, kind of busted it open because they were only up 2-0 at that point. I think it was the 7th inning. Real Muto had a nice 2-run double. But Bryson Stott, again, goes deep. Now, this is his 3rd home run in 4 games. Am I correct in saying that, Ray? But he legitimately, it's like, all right, he's seeing the ball really well. His approach at the plate, which I've always thought is a good approach, it's really shining right now. He's batting 7th in the lineup, which I think is exactly where he should be. They tried to put him at 5th earlier in the season. I thought it was a mistake. He had been thriving down in the lineup. Why would you move him? Because he had a good spring training. Leave him there. This is the problem that happens. He looks good. You feel like you have to move him up because he's a former first-round pick, and it's like, man, you could really use his bat further up in the order. I get it, but every time he bats anywhere else other than 7th or 8th, he doesn't look good.
That's right.
So leave him there, which now begs the question, and I actually didn't have it, but it's something that we've talked about many times before, not only with Bryson Stott, but with Brandon Marsh. It is, well, leave them in against lefties. Stop taking them out against lefties. This year was legitimately a platoon situation where Mundo Sosa was getting starts against left-handed pitchers. He would come in because Stott had struggled against lefties. Brandon Marsh in previous years. Hey, what does he need to do to get at bats? So then he gets at bats against lefties and he sucks, right? So Bryce Harper, this is before the game last night or post game? This is after the game, after Stott hits another home run. Here's Bryce Harper talking about that. Here it is.
Yeah, I mean, you play every day. I mean, he's an everyday player, and when you have a guy that needs to play every day and, lefty, righty, it don't matter. I mean, he's going to, keep having good at-bats, and he's an everyday guy. He always has been. And, when you take an everyday guy out of the lineup, it's tough for them to kind of get it going each day. So, I think you guys seen that over the past, couple days. Hope he gets that chance.
So over the last couple days, I firmly believe that you earn your at-bats. And if you're struggling against left-handed starters, then I'm going to give Sosa a shot. The problem is it feels like that when this has happened and he's gotten an extended run against the lefties, he hasn't produced. So, I saw a lot of people saying, oh, that's Bryce taking a shot at Rob Thompson. Do you guys believe that's Bryce Harper taking a shot at Rob Thompson?
I can understand why people would connect the dots on that. I don't take it as such. I just think it's his boy. And at the end of the day, Stott's been in the big leagues for a long time, playing next to Harper for a long time. He makes really good plays with his glove. He hits the ball well. He looks good at the plate. Yeah, I get it. The stats don't back it up. But at the end of the day, for Harper to sit here and say he's an everyday player, I don't really think that that's too much of a statement, right? Stott is very capable of coming through in the clutch, hitting a bomb, playing some great defense. So for Harper to say that, yeah, he's an everyday player, I really don't read too much into it other than he's sticking up for his teammate. What is intriguing, though, John, through 13 at-bats this year and 4 hits, you know what Stott's hitting, his average is against left-handed pitching?
Is it not good?
It's 308.
Oh, because he had 13 at-bats? 12 at-bats?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, because I was looking up his splits this morning.
196 versus right, 308 versus the left.
All right, so here's my question to you. Because last year he batted 225 against lefties.
Okay.
And it felt like last year he batted 225 against lefties. What would you say his career numbers? And I'll give you the plate appearances. 547 plate appearances against left-handed pitchers. Now, he could come in against a lefty, or a lefty could come out of the bullpen, right? This isn't just lefty starters. It's also left-handers in the bullpen. All right, Ray, what would you say his average is? 484 at-bats, 547 plate appearances, 324 games. Bryson Stott against lefties.
Somewhere between 245, 250 average.
I'll take the over on that just because I was looking at the stats. I saw some 260s in there. So go 250, 258.
250.
How about that?
On the dot.
Wow.
Good job, Ray.
Nice work.
8 home runs. So it's essentially a season.
Ray.
His career's a season, which is difficult because he also, this includes his rookie year or whatever. But he's got 8 home runs, 20 doubles, 1 triple, 121 hits. I mean, it's not as honest. I would have said it was less.
Yeah. Same.
Based on him not getting every at bat. But, this is one of these moments where Bryce is given, and Stott's his guy. They have the Las Vegas connection. This is his guy. Stott's his guy. He plays really good defense. I mean, I don't know. It does feel like when you look at that and you know his defense, I like getting Sosa at bats because he deserves them. You just can't have him hitting the ball 50 times a year. But I'm very happy with the approach that they've used with Bryson Stott. Now, if you want more at bats against lefties, okay. Is it tonight there's a lefty starter, right?
That is correct.
Yep, first time in the Downey baseball era.
So what does he do?
That's the question. What do you think he does?
He starts Stott.
And Marsh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what's the alternative to Marsh?
Yeah, you're right about that.
I don't have one.
Well, you actually do. Out in AAA. Or is he even in AAA?
Yeah, he's in AAA. Yes, he's in AAA.
Your boy.
I mean, he's only breaking franchise records.
Your boy. Do we need to make a call to the minors?
Otto Kemp broke a franchise record, albeit in AAA. 7 RBIs.
Get excited.
He also had 2 home runs, a grand slam, and a 3-run shot in consecutive at bats.
Dude.
Can we bring him back up, please?
Get him out there and left.
You need a right-handed bat. Get Stubbs the hell out of here. Are you kidding me? They're putting Stubbs in left field.
Yeah, so Donnie Baseball's
He starts them tonight.
these questions have already been answered, right?
Or does he say, nah, not feeling it, and light the fire under him even more? Give these guys all of a sudden you think that you had a good run, now you're going to start? No, I'm going to put Sosa out there and piss you off.
Something tells me that Don Mattingly isn't really changing all that much, just an interesting vibe from afar. So I don't think that the lineup's going to change all that much, or the approach, excuse me.
Well, that would mean Sosa's in. Right? I mean, hasn't Sosa, have they broken the trend of Sosa starting against left-handed pitchers?
This is his first chance, too.
Okay.
Right.
Take that back, then. Yeah, it is interesting.
I mean, he might. Hey, I'm the new guy in town. Bryce, I got you with your boy against the lefty. And then,
you're showing
it, a couple of breaking balls against the lefty, and then it's over.
Now, that's an interesting way you put that there, Ray, because let me throw this at you guys. Do you think Bryce said that hoping that it gets to Don?
Yes.
Yeah,
sure.
I wouldn't
Absolutely.
disagree with that.
See, I don't think that was a statement of negativity towards Topper. That was a statement like players are going to disagree with decisions the managers make all the time, just like we do. They're doing the same thing. If guys aren't starting, if guys are getting more playing time, you don't think that they have opinions on what's going on? Of course they do. I don't think that was a shot at Bryce because he shot by Bryce because I don't think Topper deserves the shot. I don't think Bryce is trying to give a shot at Rob Thompson. I haven't heard that at all. But I do think Bryce has his opinion. And Bryson Stott is his guy. And you know what? Bryce probably says, he is an everyday player. He does have to start against lefties. He's not a platoon player. He's got to earn it. And I'm all for tonight, but you give him a start tonight and he goes 0 for 4. What do you do next time? What do you do the time after that? How long is the leash? Is he just starting?
That's when things get a little awkward.
Which is why, I get it. We're at that time of the year. This is when we do this conversation. It's the beginning of May. We don't love what we got from the right-handed side of the plate on this roster. I understand why we're here. We're having this conversation. But, man, it feels like we could bank that segment every year, like the first week of May, second week of May. Oh, do we need these platoons?
We have.
Bryson Stott could play every day. He has the average he does against lefties because when he came up as a rookie, he was solid against lefties. In 2023, he was solid in a smaller sample size, but still solid against lefties. He hasn't been that guy for how long? I mean, I get it. 2023 feels like last week to some people, but it's not. It's 2026. Let's try it.
Yeah,
I mean, why not? It's May.
As you get older and more experienced in your career, you're supposed to have the higher numbers,
right?
Unless there's adjustments made to you, and you don't adjust, and you're not getting it. That's what's happened. Listen. I would love. I mean, we did it in spring training. I didn't necessarily take the bait. What we did in the spring training. Oh, look at the spring training Bryson Stott's had.
Right.
Oh, he was injured last year. The excuses, the elbow, and everything else. I didn't buy any of it. He needs to do it on the field.
Yeah.
Correct. Everyone does. Well, he could be a 300 hitter someday.
No, he can't.
You know who didn't do the bold prediction on this show? We had a lot of misses already as a group. All right, let's call it.
A lot of baseball left,
No,
though.
it's May. It's May, and we swung and missed. Nope,
not yet. You wait around long enough. Ask Sean Brace.
Yeah. Next thing you know, your team's a contender in the East.
Now they're not anymore because they lost game 1. Yeah, Sean's wrong.
I don't think Duran's breaking the franchise record for saves. I don't think we're getting 3 guys with 28-plus homers. I already see that my bold predictions aren't coming true. I've accepted it. It's May, whatever, and I'm okay with it. When it comes to Stott, though, none of us took that as the bold prediction, and I'm just proud of us as a show.
I didn't believe it because I've seen it too many times. I just have. I've seen it too many times. You hope it works out. I mean, here's what the Phillies need to do with Bryson Stott. Let him hit down the lineup. Stop trying to move him up. Because that's what they're doing. They're saying he's better than this and he can do better than this. No, he can't. Stop. Hit him 7th. Don't hit him any higher than that. And let him earn his at-bats against left-handers. So because Bryce says he's an everyday player, he's given you no reason to believe that he's an everyday player. He's close to it. I'm not telling you that I wouldn't start him. Like tonight, I would start him, and here's why. He's been hot. He's seeing the ball well. If he goes into a little bit of a slump and he's 1 for 9, guess what? He's probably not starting against a left-hander that next game. Man, you got that's the biggest thing with Topper. That's the biggest thing with a manager. You got to know how to manage your players, when to put them in, when to sit them down, when to ride them. Right now is the time to ride Bryson Stott. And if it doesn't work out, guess what? Next time I may not ride him, and I may go to Sosa.
I mean, that ball was smashed yesterday.
He has been he has been seeing the ball really well.
Yeah, that ball was absolutely just destroyed. So he's earned it. Like you said, I think this is a no-brainer today. You keep him in the lineup. Hopefully, are they getting this game in tonight? We got weather. I have a game. That's why I'm wearing my Mud Hens hat right here, my Conshohocken Mud Hens.
We've practiced tonight. Oh, is that your daughter's team?
My daughter's team right here with Coach Brace out there.
So I'm seeing rain in the forecast, but then stopping.
Okay.
So this isn't an all-day event. It doesn't seem like.
All right.
You teach bunting?
It seems like it's going to be good.
No, we're teaching fundamentals stuff.
Right. Well, fundamentals are the key here.
Yeah,
Not bunting, but base running. They know how to do it.
Base running, and we're trying to throw over the first base. It's been a tough operation.
Is it T-ball?
No, it's coach pitch.
And she's 5.
And she's 6.
6.
But this is it's awesome.
Did she do T-ball?
They don't do T-ball.
They do
wild.
quick ball?
It was quick ball. That's what. Yeah, it was quick ball. So you hit off a tee, right?
I don't know
I
quick
remember,
ball. I
yeah.
just heard the term.
I don't even think
My daughter's
quick,
T-ball.
Quick ball wasn't off a tee, if I'm not mistaken. Last year, I can't even remember because I remember it had like the square.
And it's just a
coach throwing it.
Yeah.
And my daughter was whacking it, but I just bought a tee. Practice in the backyard. She's doing well. It's been interesting because you know what I am? I'm the coach that's on Instagram trying to find those fun drills that you can do. So one of
Go
them.
to YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube, all that.
I've done the same thing.
Everything's a shape of a rainbow.
Why?
Like they're trying to catch the ball and like flip the glove around. I'm like, make a rainbow.
So I ordered this instructional video. Tom Amansky. The drills are unbelievable. Just try it. I'll let you borrow it. It's on VHS. I don't know.
No, is that the one with Fred McGriff?
I think
that's a winner, man. I need to get that.
But he coached back to back AAU champions.
You can have my P90X when I'm done with it, all right? I'll send it over.
So do this, all right? Because we're going to do Phillies next segment as well. Voice memo line, Davis Honda text line. It's all the same phone line, 610-632-0975. Stotty, you start him tonight.
He's hottie.
Let's go to Mad Mike. Mad Mike's checking in. Hi, Mad Mike.
Hey. Brace is talking about his daughter's baseball stuff is way more interesting than actually talking about the Phillies. So you guys can keep that up.
I kind of thought you were going there. I know you.
So anyway, let's hear about the Conshohocken Mud Hens.
Yes.
This Phillies team is over with. So,
all right, wait. Hold on. So if the Phillies make the playoffs, what will you do, Mad Mike? Since you're so confident.
First of all, let's pump the brakes here because they've been beaten up on the dregs of the MLB. Congratulations.
But you play them a lot. There are a lot.
Team.
Yeah, but the Athletics are over 500. I mean, if you can win the games against the team you're supposed to win, and then go 500 against the rest of the league, you're gonna make the playoffs.
They're not making the playoffs.
Okay, and then you'll do what if they do? Stop weaseling.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. You will come up with something, John. But they're not.
Okay.
They're not making the playoffs.
Okay.
This team stinks.
All right, put it out on the text line in the YouTube chat. What does Mad Mike have to do with?
He's going to paint himself red and sit here.
No, he needs more than paint.
Also, I hope the Sixers lose by 50 tonight. I don't know how any of these mouth breathers in this city can root for Joel Embiid, that baby prima donna loser.
He's not soft, I'll tell you that.
He is. He's
not
soft.
And
nope. Charming. He's soft.
Mm-mm.
I hope they get squashed by the Knicks. And because I gotta hear all these mouth breathers go, "Oh, the Sixers have a chance. Oh, they beat the best team in the playoffs.
They did.
It's over." They're shot. Like, I'm so tired. I hope they just get waxed. And I hope Embiid.
Hey, Mike, when you were doing crew, if you would have had appendectomy, you wouldn't have been back as soon.
That's right.
I probably would. You know what? I broke a finger. During spring practice. Didn't miss a practice. I was back out there, taped up with a bad finger.
Did you have a hangnail too, you wimp? You broke a finger, you wimp.
Yeah. I'm still not convinced he actually had this surgery. Oh, my appendix.
You're nuts.
Send me some medical records because I don't believe this ever took place.
He is crazy. He's certifiably insane. He really is.
He said that before. I forgot.
Goodness.
He's a truther. Embiid didn't have the surgery.
My.
Is he calling hospitals and
he wants medical records. I mean, listen, if Obama has to produce his birth certificate to prove he was born in the United States, maybe Embiid should have to do it.
Good grief.
Yeah, can I get the medical record? Can you call the Sixers and see if we can get his medical record?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure they'd love to hear from me on that.
That is great.
Oh man! All right, so a couple more things with the Phillies. How would you feel about this Philly stretch if it were Rob Thompson? Ken Rosenthal talked about it yesterday. Also, introducing the man called Cobra.
Ooh.
And the reaction is coming up. Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic. All right, let's talk about my hair for a second. I got the freshie. I know if you're watching on the YouTube chat, I got the freshie. I didn't shave the beard down, but I got the freshie. Morgenstern Hair Restoration. I was actually in the chair yesterday, and like my Emily, my barber, is just like I was telling her, like, yeah, like I'm a little bit like this is my left side is my thinner side than my right side. They're the things you worry about when your hair looks good because it's about maintenance, right? I had a hair transplant, but that's not all I do, and that's not for everybody. It's not one size fits all, right? Like there's people that do want a hair transplant like I had. But if you like your hair, but you're just losing it, like non-invasive, non-surgical things that Morgenstern Hair can do for you. That's why you go to them. They're the experts. So if you're balding, you're bald. Again, like you can keep your hair that you already have, and that's the team, Morgenstern Hair Restoration. Over 30 years, they've been changing lives and hairlines all over the Delaware Valley, and they've expanded 3 locations across Pennsylvania, Bala Cynwyd, Wayne, and Lancaster. So again, you want your hair back? Like me, hair restoration, boom. Non-invasive options that actually work. Medications, topical treatments, and more. The team I trust with my hair is the same team you should as well. Morgenstern Hair, 610-831-HAIR, 610-831-HAIR. The website, morgensternhair.com. Morgan with an E, morgensternhair.com.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Game 2 tonight. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update brought to you by Summit Racing Equipment. Shop summitracing.com to keep your ride road trip ready. You'll find everything from pre-trip maintenance, plus enroll in the rewards program to get more power in every purchase. Sixers, Knicks, Game 2 tonight up at Madison Square Garden. A 7 o'clock tip-off for that one. The Sixers trailing 1-0 in the series after the Game 1 loss on Monday night. Head coach Nick Nurse after that game talking about the physicality the Knicks played with.
You got to be able to at least secure the ball and not cough it up. I think we coughed 2 of the 3 up for pick sixes down to the other end, and that's just, you can't do that in the playoffs. We got to, again, I thought it was physical. I didn't think we handled it great. We're going to have to handle it better.
You can hear the game tonight right here on 97.5 The Fanatic, just like you can hear Flyers Hurricanes Game 3 tomorrow night right here on The Fanatic as the series comes to Philadelphia. The Phillies won 9-1 last night over the A's. Bryce Harper, 2 homers. Christopher Sanchez, 8 innings pitched, 10 strikeouts for him. Another one tonight against the A's. This update's also brought to you by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you're not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call 24-hour victim helpline 877-MAD-HELP. Visit MAD.org. I'm Ray on your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and The Fanatic app.
with Marks, 97.5, The Fanatic. John Marks, Sean Brace, Ray Dunn. 76ers tonight, right here. Big game. Big game. How's everybody feeling?
7:10 p.m.
Is it a 7 o'clock tip? I didn't even know. I guess I should have known.
7:10.
Love that.
Back on ESPN tonight for all those out there.
Thank God.
Yeah, so not the NBC 8 o'clock. We're going to.
Oh, I was thinking Amazon Prime.
That's coming up. I think that's, Friday? Yeah, that's Friday.
Yeah, 'cause we're doing the 4 networks and 4 games.
NBC's so much better than everybody else.
Night and day.
The production value. I don't know how ESPN looks so futile compared to NBC.
Definitely better. And we're in the minority. A lot of people are big on Amazon. A lot of people are big on Amazon. Like
Was it good?
The graphics, the halftime people. For my money, I prefer Peacock all day.
Is that McGrady and who was on Amazon?
Amazon is Dirk, Steve Nash,
Oh,
Blake,
yeah. No.
and Udonis Haslam and Taylor Rooks. NBC is Maria Taylor. You got Carmelo, you got Tracy and Vince. I think they're smoother, natural, and man, I can't get enough of the NBC graphics. NBA on NBC.
Yeah, it's probably just it makes us so comfortable because that's what we know.
Yep.
Big game feel, even for a guy that didn't grow up with NBC.
It does. You're right.
The only issue is the 8 o'clock start. Everything starts at 8 with NBC.
Yeah, it can't be
It's just-
Inside Edition on or something.
and it's 9:30. Like the second game starts at 9:30. You're overlapping play. I want to fight someone, honestly, with this schedule that they put together.
Well, so that's tonight. We'll keep talking about the Sixers. The Phillies win last night, 7-1 under Donnie Baseball. Could they be 7-1 under Rob Thompson? It is interesting. We've talked about this, that the team decided instead of giving Rob Thompson this stretch right here against teams that aren't as good, they played some really good teams. Braves were one of the best teams in baseball. The Cubs were on a big time run. They were hot, and they struggled. But we know the Phillies struggled. They were really, really losing. But this was also the opportunity for them to come out of it. And they fired Thompson, and they let Don Mattingly do it. On foul territory yesterday, Ken Rosenthal talked about that.
It's interesting to see what Bryce Harper said after last night's game, which is basically we were all kind of waiting for something to happen, whether Thompson stayed or whether he was fired. And for whatever reason, it does seem to have had an effect on the team. Clearly, they're playing much better. Now, is the effect because it's Don Mattingly and not Rob Thompson, or is it the players are simply waking up, having snapped to attention that they got a manager fired? That's what happened here. The players got the manager fired. So maybe they're feeling some responsibility. I just don't believe that this is such a different program under Don Mattingly than it was under Rob Thompson. And I'll say this as well, guys. If I'm Rob Thompson and I'm sitting home right now watching this, I'm a little peeved because this is what should have happened when he was the manager. There was nothing he was doing that was so bad that was holding the Phillies down. No, they just were playing poorly, and suddenly they've snapped to attention.
Yeah, but that Ken, that's how it works, and you know that. And you were saying the same thing after Joe Girardi because he was your buddy, and you said like, "Oh, so this is just going to solve all the bullpen problems? It's going to solve the lineup problems?" For whatever reason, it does in some cases. That's why you make the move. That's why Dombrowski made the move. I think that's why most Phillies fans, although might have been disappointed because Topper's being held as the scapegoat. That's what happens. They could have fired the hitting coach. Does that get anything done? Does that get the team? No, because if the focus is Thompson, the only thing that changes that is they win. And then the conversation ends because they're winning. But the minute they get a 3 or 4 game losing streak, what's going to happen? Yep. Oh, it's just a stretch. How many games? Yeah, and that's what's going to happen. They've essentially eliminated all of that.
Yeah, I think exactly what you said, and Ken knows that. Also, the level of competition, a little duck down, right? They took on the Giants at home, and that was a perfect spot. You got everybody, you woke them up with the firing of Rob Thompson. Marlins, of course, rolling on there. The A's, I get it. They were in first place as of yesterday in the West, but they're nothing to write home about. They're the A's. At the end of the day, like, they were lifeless, man. They were lifeless in that series against the Braves. They were lifeless in that series against the Cubs. Like, a move needed to happen. And for a guy like Bryce Harper, I just think, I know whatever he says, we are going to grab a magnifying glass and dig deep and peel back and see, did he really mean this? And I'm fine with that. But I just think he was speaking to the point, as Ray pointed out yesterday, man, there were lieutenants coming down. There were people that were hanging around the team that were that weren't used to hanging around the team. So something was happening clearly behind the scenes, and they were just waiting for that to happen. That's my take on it, and I think it was the right time. And yes, this team is better than what they showed us with Rob Thompson. Should he be pissed? Yeah, he lost a managerial job for the Phillies. I'd be upset. But I don't think he should be pissed at the players now that they have won, however it is, 7 of 8.
He was on the other side of this with Joe Girardi. He already knows how it works. He understands. He knows how it works. Rob's been around long enough. His personality isn't to be resentful and pissed at the players or the organization. He handled it with great class and dignity like you expected him to do.
Oh, yeah. He got a lot of praise for that. I saw Scott Van Pelt in the podcast talking about with Stanford Steve, and they were like, I just want to point this out. This is something we've never seen before. Shout out Rob Thompson on that. Is there 28 hours a day in your life?
Nah, I saw the clip on the timeline, too.
Oh, it was a clip.
Yeah, it was.
I
consume everything.
I know, but
literally.
I was going to say, are you
ABC?
You said I saw on the podcast. I'm like, oh, he's listening to Scott Van Pelt.
Yeah, two times fast, speed, playback.
Do you really?
Sometimes. Keep it going. But that was a clip I did see. And I retweeted it. So that's probably where you saw it.
That's probably where I saw it. Yeah. Van Pelt is probably on my algorithm.
Okay.
I'd imagine so.
The great SVP.
The greatest.
Love him.
Yeah, I mean, if I was him, I wouldn't be peeved with the players. I think it'd be a little of like,
Dombrowski.
Yo, Dave, we had a nice thing going here. You didn't let me get to May. Like, did you not see the schedule the way I saw the schedule? I think we pointed this out with what Mattingly said the other day about, well, it felt like we were coming out of it against the Cubs. So, wait. You were coming out of it when you didn't have to meet with the media? And now all of a sudden we got a new manager, and now they've really come out of it? Like, I don't know. Is it the craziest thing that you went against the Giants, who have a college coach, and you were able to sweep them? You went against the Marlins, who have 5 people watching them there because that's what that organization is down there, and you take 3 or 4. You go against the A's, and I have to call them the A's because we can't give a city to them. It's like, I don't know. Maybe you did just run into a ton of dysfunction here and you're winning baseball games, and Rob Thompson could have done it. It's over. It's done with. But if I was Rob Thompson, I'm looking around like, yo, man, like you couldn't have given me a week?
Well, I mean, because if you think about it, not last night before, they had 1 run, right?
Yeah.
Bryce Harper's home run.
Correct.
So it's really changed. Last night they put on some runs for sure. But what's changed is their starting pitching's good. Luzardo's been excellent 2 starts in a row. Nola was excellent. Wheeler's been good. Sanchez that's the biggest difference is their starting pitching. Their starting pitching was getting shelled during that stretch. You couldn't count on anybody. Even Sanchez was giving up a ton of hits. You couldn't count on anybody. That's what's changed. I don't think anything's really changed. And when you're starting pitching and you have confidence you're starting pitching, then if it's the 7th inning, yeah, like now maybe you're getting something to hit. You're not down 5-1.
You know what is interesting is one of the things that we thought about getting production from guys other than Trey Turner, who really isn't producing. Of course, Harper, Schwarber, Marsh, Stott, checking those boxes.
All right, who's Cobra? What is the deal with the newest member of the Phillies broadcast? I had no idea this was coming last night. Cobra. We have some insight on that coming up next. Middays the Marks, 97.5.
Oh, but first, John and everybody listening in Delaware Valley, let me tell you, this is what playoff hockey is all about. The Flyers are in round 2 right now. The energy across the city is electric, and it all starts before the puck drops. We'll be live with Michelob Ultra from the Flyers block party outside Xfinity Mobile Arena with fans, energy, and all that playoff buzz you can only get right here in Philly. Make sure you catch our brother Brent Porsche during the WMMR Flyers block party live broadcast presented by Michelob Ultra this Thursday from 3 to 7 p.m. Of course, that's before Game 3. Then Saturday, myself and the great Ray Dunn, you might have heard of him, live from the 97.5 The Fanatic Flyers block party, presented also by Michelob Ultra from 1 to 5. Now, here's the best part. Stop on by because we're hooking you up with a ton of giveaways, including autographed Philadelphia Flyers jerseys, rink side tickets for next year's regular season home opener. Yeah, you heard that, and more on site. Get there early, feel the energy and the pulse, and be a part of this Flyers playoff run. Michelob Ultra, the superior light beer. It's a beer I enjoy as well. Must be 21 or older to enter. Please enjoy responsibly. Details at 975thefanatic.com.
Oh, Bill Colarulo coming up at 2. Bill was just in here saying, you don't think Bryce Harper, there's more to it than that? Yesterday he said that, yesterday we played the audio of him saying that you were waiting for Thompson to get fired.
Yeah, define more to it. Like, is he sending a shot at Rob, or he did not like Rob Thompson? Is that what we're saying?
Of course not.
Like that, because if let's move it all out of the way. Exactly define the shot. What does he say? Okay, so you think, not you, I'm just saying, put this out there for the people out there, that what he said, waiting for the ball to drop, and of course now Bryson Stott is an everyday player, that's a shot at Rob Thompson? I don't know. I think he is strictly speaking up for his guy, Bryson Stott, who is swinging a hot bat right now, who is a big piece to the reason of why they've had success these past few games. He's an everyday player. Well, yeah, if he continues to hit home runs like that, you're damn right he is.
I can see, because Bryce is deliberate and calculated in what he does and what he says.
Yeah, he is.
So you can never not think that he is trying to send the message. Honestly, I thought that the comments were he was explaining what it was. That, yeah, you're losing games. Like, if you lose 8 straight games, you don't think the guys in the clubhouse are saying, man, are they going to fire Rob? There's no indication and there's no reason to believe that anybody in that clubhouse didn't like Rob Thompson. Now, did they agree with every decision? Of course not. But they weren't out to get Rob Thompson. When Joe Girardi got let go, everybody probably was like, all right, that needed to happen. But I don't believe that was the case here. I honestly think Bryce was just trying to explain what happened, which was from his perspective and from the clubhouse. It's like, why do you start winning games? He was trying to answer that question. And it's like, well, you were we're losing games, and you're like, all right, was he going to get fired? I don't know. I had no problem with Bryce, what he said.
I had no problem with the ball dropping, right, comment yesterday. Maybe with this Bryson Stott, I can get there with you going, yeah, I didn't agree with Rob Thompson not playing Bryson Stott. Like, he should have been in there. He should have been in there every game. He's our guy. And not even maybe this year, right? Maybe last year. Maybe just a continuation over the years. I don't know. I didn't read too much into the comments.
And I said this yesterday, and Uncle Jamie's reiterating. He said this yesterday, too. He said he was taking a shot at Dombrowski saying, dude, make a decision whether he's going to be here or not.
I guess we only find out if he becomes the elite or he continues to be good.
Because the Mets came out and they for Mendoza, and they said he's not losing his job, and it felt like a real what's the phrase that I'm looking for, that he wasn't going to lose his job. Vote of confidence. They gave a vote of confidence that he's going to leave. Now they can fire him, and that's no vote of confidence. But Dombrowski came out and said that, well, if I was, I wouldn't tell you anyway. Like, oh, awesome. That's great. You know? Like, hey, Scott Masseller, are you going to get rid of John Marks, Sean Brace, and Ray Dunn? Well, if I was, I wouldn't tell you. Yeah. Awesome.
Great.
I'll start packing now.
And then he gives I give it 40 games before you're really making it. Well, like that, you're right. It wasn't a vote of confidence.
Well, I do want to put this out here. Do you know what place the Phillies are in right now?
Second.
How about that? Ray Dunn.
We've
How
never
about
been
that?
so back.
I actually tried to see how far out of the wild card they are.
Did you?
But I didn't end up. No, I was Googling.
It's a 3-way tie at 9.5 back, so we are in second.
Yeah, but what's the tie? They're obviously winning the tiebreaker, Sean.
9.5, all 16 and 20. Marlins, Nationals, Phils, Mets 13 and 22.
Just 4 games.
4 games out. They're only 4 games out.
How about that?
Yep. Yeah, and the Reds. You're worried about the Reds.
8 and 2 in their last 10. Got to cook.
You got 11 games before you see the Reds. And I think it's like Pirates, Red Sox. I want to say there's Rockies in there after the A's. I want to say that's what the 11-game stretch is. Like, it stinks. It's a bad stretch.
Man.
I mean, you could potentially get yourself back to 500 by the middle of May.
I agree.
Yeah.
You'll be back at 500 at the end of the stretch. I believe. You will be. All right, so last night, if you're watching the game, we know Taryn Hatcher, the NBC Sports Philadelphia, the Phillies, whatever the combination is, decided not to bring her back. We've seen this with Greg Murphy before. They decide that there's no need to have an in-stadium reporter. The economy sucks. Like, they're trying to cut costs. This is what happens, right? Like, it's happening in our industry. It happens in the local cable industry.
Yep.
Whatever. You understand it. A lot of fans didn't like it. I thought Taryn did a very, very good job on the broadcast.
So did Murph.
Yeah, you're right, as did Murph.
Love Murph.
Thought they're really, really good. But last night, I had no idea we were going to get a new broadcast member. It's not Taryn Hatcher. It's Cobra.
The Cobra.
So out in Coca-Cola Alley, what's it called now?
Corner.
No, because that's Aspirin Alley. Yeah. So here's Cobra last night during the broadcast.
Guys, thanks for having me. What a time here for the first Coca-Cola Corner of the season. It's only right that we start with a hoagie. I'm here with Mike from Ricci Steaks. Mike, tell us what we got here, this beautiful looking hoagie.
All right, so you have our old-fashioned Italian hoagie. It's award-winning old-fashioned with prosciutto, super salt, roasted peppers, sharp provolone cheese on an unseeded Lissio's roll.
I mean, if you look in at it, Jimmy, get in there. It looks incredible. And Mike, where can fans coming to the ballpark get this, and how long can they get it?
I don't know. That's good.
Well, that made me hungry. That's number
Dude, it made me hungry. I'm starving right now.
Yeah.
So I was surprised. I don't know who this Cobra is, Ray. Apparently, you do know who Cobra is.
Not only do I know him, he's tuned into the program right now.
Yeah. Did you tell him that we were going to talk about him?
I
He's
didn't
just
tell
listening.
him. He's just listening. Award-winning listener.
Hey, Cobra, come in studio and do an hour with us.
Yeah.
For real. So who is Cobra?
Cobra is Spencer McKercher. He works over at NBC. He's been working behind the scenes there for a long time. I think he's been there. He's just turned 30, so I think right out of college. So that's almost.
So
8
he got
years.
out of college,
Yeah.
got the job, worked his way up.
Worked his way up. And so he does all like the digital video stuff for the Phillies for NBC Sports Philadelphia. So he's cutting their podcasts, he's cutting all the highlights, he's going to be there till 2 a.m, pretty much all season long. Yeah, and he's been doing this for a while. He works. I think his desk is right behind Ricky's. So yeah, he's very much entrenched in that Phillies bench they got.
Ricky speaks very highly of him.
They got great stories together.
As do you.
Oh, I love Spencer.
And I love it. I thought Taryn did a great job, but if this is something, is he going to be doing this for home games?
Yeah, he'll be a part of it, rolling through, kind of with whenever they need to promote the new, hey, we got something here. We got
so maybe
something
not
there.
every game,
Right.
but
Yeah, select games.
Select games. All right.
Yeah, I've been following him, and he was down in Clearwater doing stuff with, forgive me, Amy's husband. What's Sean Kane?
Sean Kane.
There you go. And he did a video of running around the stadium opening day.
It's actually on my timeline right
with
now.
these idiots running around the stadium. I say that kindly because these dudes are running around the stadium getting ready for opening day. I love it. And he was just jogging with them. So I'm like, all right, I like this cat. And then I saw yesterday they bring him on for the first time, and apparently they got this new show called Phillies Batting Practice Live too, as well, which I believe will be airing on Tuesdays at 4 p.m. Dude, that is an unbelievable spot for a show. Like, I hope they expand it. Hey, I hope it goes well.
So 4 p.m. during batting practice, he's going to be sitting there
breaking it down, maybe getting some people to walk over.
12 games we got Spencer this year.
That is
so
awesome.
11 more for him. And yeah, he said deal. He's coming in.
Good.
But Spencer also gave me some flack for the fact that I was doing man on the street. Because Spencer's done plenty of the man on the street over there at NBC Sports Philly.
So we're stepping on
we were
some
having a little bit of a
toes.
turf war.
Yeah.
At, the Flyers game. The game I was with you at the Flyers game. When I went in, stopped in, said hi to everyone. He was like, oh, you're doing man on the street now.
Yeah.
I was like,
Trust me, you guys aren't the only two. That one, there's a
some
couple
people have done it before.
Yeah,
Yeah,
some people doing that, but still, all is well. All are welcome because it's the best reaction videos that are out there, especially after our games. But shout out Spence, man. Look, that I'm sure his heart was pumping before he went live for that first one because there's a lot of people watching. Thought he did really well, and I want one of those hoagies. So I'm sold.
I'm starving. They look delicious.
Yeah, man.
They do. All right, coming up, news at noon with Ray. First of all, your chance to win $1,000 is coming up next. And we've given out a couple $1,000 booties on the show. Your chance to win $1,000, the news at noon with Ray Dunn. And Ray, today, I'm going to look at the show sheet here. LeBron, Austin Rivers responds to Draymond Green.
Oh.
Mike Breen on LeBron.
Double bang?
Yeah, Detroit
Bang,
Tigers.
bang.
Framber Valdez ejected. It was a good one, too. Trevor Story was pissed after the game. All that's coming up next. Middays and Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Game 2 tonight. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. Sixers, Knicks. Game 2 tonight at Madison Square Garden. 7 o'clock tip for that one. You can listen to it right here on The Fanatic. What needs to change for this Sixers team trailing 1-0 in this series? You heard from Nick Nurse after the game talking about the physicality of Game 1.
You got to be able to at least secure the ball and not cough it up. I think we coughed 2 of the 3 up for pick sixes down to the other end, and that's just, you can't do that in the playoffs. You got to, again, I thought it was physical. I didn't think we handled it great. We're going to have to handle it better.
You can see if they handle it together better tonight here on the Fanatic. 7 o'clock tip-off for you. Sixers in the Knicks right here on 97.5. You'll also be able to hear the Flyers and Hurricanes game tomorrow night. Game 3 in Philadelphia. That one will broadcast live here on the Fanatic. Phillies with a 9-1 win last night. Harper, 2 home runs. Sanchez going 8 innings, striking out 10. Another one tonight against the A's for the Phils. This update is brought to you by thereamteam.com. Unbeatable savings are on now with 0% for 60 months with approved credit on select Ream air conditioners. Hurry to thereamteam.com and lock in your savings today. I'm Ray Dunn, your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic.
In a few seconds, 12:30, your chance to win 76ers tickets to Game 3. Coming up, we're going to play 76ers.
Are you kidding me?
Knockout trivia. It's very simple. We line people up on the phone line, 6 deep. The last man standing will rotate. Caller 1, ask you a question. You get it wrong, you're out. You get it correct, you get put back on hold, and you survive until the last person standing, Sean Brace.
I dig it.
12:30.
And that's for tickets?
Tickets to Game 3.
Wow.
Right?
Hooking the people up.
And when's Game 3?
Friday night.
Friday night.
Friday night.
Not tonight.
Not
Game
tonight.
2 tonight on the Fanatic. That's coming up. Let's give you a chance to win $1,000. What do we got?
It's time for Fanatic Parlay Cash.
All right, the keyword is win. W-I-N. Contest keyword is win. You have 25 minutes after the hour. To enter it on the Fanatic app or 975thefanatic.com, or you can text it to the special contest short code of 45911. 45911. One random entry wins $1,000 in this company-wide contest. Winners will get a call from Beasley, so be sure to answer your phone. Contest rules, 975thefanatic.com. Fanatic Parlay Cash is stood up by Iron Mountain Men's Health. 5 chances to win each weekday, 8 and 10 a.m., noon, 3 and 5 p.m. The word is win. So win. Good luck. All right. 12 o'clock hour of the show brought to you by Service First HVAC, offering 0% financing for 48 months. Rebates and tax credits up to $4,300 when purchasing a heating and cooling system. You can learn more at ServiceFirstHVAC.com. News at noon. News at noon with Ray Dunn. Now, stories that you don't need. News at noon with Ray Dunn. It's better than listening to Creed.
There you go.
Perfect.
Shout out Matt Menard. Good work on that one. All right. We're going to start with a continuation to a story yesterday on the News at Noon. In case you missed it, Draymond Green and Austin Rivers with an unnecessary NBA player beef because two of them are behind a microphone too often. Draymond Green said that he could have been more of an offensive weapon, but the way Steve Kerr wanted to use him limited that. Then Austin Rivers called him delusional for that fact. Draymond Green then said we were the same player scoring-wise in high school, and I brought up high school because that's where you're at your best. And the two of them are now just engaged. I can't really call it the measuring contest I want to call it, but that's basically what it is between the two of them right now.
They're in a spat.
Yeah, they're in a little back and forth. Austin Rivers got his most recent shot to get back at Draymond Green. Really dramatic start to the video. He puts his cap on all annoyed, like, I can't believe I have to address this. I can't believe I have to address this. And then goes on for 3 minutes. Here's the beginning of him getting fired up.
Come on, Draymond. This is ridiculous. Seriously, ridiculous. But you know what? I'm going to address it because you crossed the line and you were mad disrespectful for whatever reason. You've been around too long. We both were drafted in the same class. The fact that you don't have the wherewithal to do your due diligence and actually understand I was being highly complimentary of you on the Dan Patrick Show. But it's you, and I shouldn't be surprised. You always act irrationally, emotionally immature, and your anger always puts you in hot water. So here I am having to address a video of you belittling my career. First off, Draymond, we weren't the same players in high school. I don't care about our numbers being similar. I did it at the national level, the top level. Hence why I got the Naismith Award, and I got pretty much every award you can think of in high school. I was ranked number 1. You were ranked, I don't know. So cut it out.
Then he goes on to say, I played 6 months. You couldn't do that. Played 6 months in college. You couldn't do that. Took you 4 years. I was ACC Freshman of the Year.
See, I think you should have not went into that detail because no one cares what you did in college, right? Like, was Austin Rivers, was he a disappointment in the NBA?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He also said that
a little bit.
The bailout that Draymond received was bigger, being drafted to a Hall of Fame organization with Hall of Famers everywhere on the roster, the whole thing. So
right, because everything he said in the beginning, he's right.
Yeah.
Draymond is a baby, and he does get carried away, and he is disrespectful, all those things. He's absolutely right.
Do we have a winner as a group? Who are we picking that wins this beef?
Oh, man. If I have to raise a hand, I think I'm going Rivers. I'm going Rivers.
I think I'm going Rivers.
Yeah, if I have to raise a hand. Because of what he said, obviously Draymond went nuclear and he attacked him versus the substance of what he said.
Yeah.
Why not, hey, have a take on, this is why you're wrong, Austin. Instead, you're a nobody, you got bailed out.
Yeah, he gets personal.
Correct. So what do you, when people get personal, means they don't have anything to back it up. So.
Best line of the beef was saying, you were the biggest bailout until Trump bailed out the airlines with your dad giving you $42 million.
That's a good line.
Overall, the biggest winner of the beef is Austin Rivers.
I would say I kind of dug the line where he said he was punching people. You punched Jordan Poole, and he referenced like all these people Kevin Durant, you forced him out. Like, I kind of dug that little.
Yeah, that was true. That was also good.
Yeah.
Can I say we're all losers because we have to listen to these losers talk about this stuff?
But this is the news at noon.
No, I know it is, but I'm just saying, like, I like
Athletes podcast, man.
Yeah,
it was in the last open.
I like the athlete beefs. I just don't like Draymond Green, and I don't want to hear from Austin Rivers. Like, I would rather not hear from him.
Also, why Austin Rivers is the winner here. because nobody was talking about Austin
You're
Rivers
right.
until
You're right.
this happened.
No,
We
you're
wouldn't have
right.
brought him up again.
No, you're right.
He's a bright star. Also on NBC.
All right.
There you go. All right, let's move over to Mike Breen and what he said about LeBron James, because I thought I was reading like AI or something, like a headline that was sensationalizing what he said. Mike Breen doing the rounds right now was talking about LeBron James and watching him at his age and decided to say, yeah, he's got plenty more in the tank.
The guy's been an NBA player more than half of his life, which is kind of hard to believe. And I do believe he could play for another, he's 41, he could play for another 8-9 years, and like he could come off the bench and average 18 minutes a game and give you 12, 7, and 5. I think he's, because of his mind, his brilliant basketball mind, he could still do that.
That's courtesy of Russillo's podcast.
At age 41 now, 8-9 years, quick math, that's going to put him at 58, 59, 50.
Huh?
It's going to be 48, 49,
Yes, 50. That's what he said.
Yes.
He can play to 50.
Is he out of his mind?
I don't think he will. I don't think LeBron's playing one more year and that's it. Why would you? I didn't watch any of that game last night, but I mean,
He had 10 points in the first quarter.
OKC obviously is going to kill the Lakers. They may sweep them.
Yes.
LeBron, look who's LeBron's playing with. I mean, Jesus, Marcus Smart took 15 shots last night. Took more 3-point shots than LeBron. Like, come on. But he was good. He was only a -6. He's 41 years old. He scored 27 last night.
Yeah.
With 6 assists and 4 rebounds. What he's doing at this age is unprecedented.
Oh, absolutely.
Why should he stop? Unless he wants to.
Well, he can't do this at age 49, 50, though.
But can he be a guy off the bench?
I don't
think at 49.
No.
man.
I don't think at 49 either. 44?
Yeah, I could get there.
Yeah.
Sure.
Get me to
get there.
45, then I think.
I mean, because his game isn't. He's big now. He's not. He's in great shape. He's not beating people because of speed or quickness or anything like that. He's got an old man game. He can shoot.
He still does it all. It's just, eventually Father Time's going to catch up because you're going up against guys that are 20, 22, 23, 24, half your age, literally. I mean, I guess he's doing that now.
He's got multiple years left if he wants it.
Yeah, no arguments. None whatsoever.
You know how I always say that if you wait long enough, your take can be correct? Could LeBron James be a Sixer? For all the times that we've had the discussions, and I know a friend who's a realtor, and the realtor's friend, someone for LeBron was looking at houses. And
I
things
thought
like
we had
that.
a chance. We were one of the 3 teams.
Yeah, Malvern Prep, man. Bronny was touring.
Bron, they flew out there to Los Angeles. Bron didn't even meet him.
Yeah. But we're still one of the 3 teams, he said.
Yes, exactly.
I believe.
All right.
And the King's going to play with the Prince, Ben Simmons. Why'd you got to take me down that path? All right, we're going to go. Framber Valdez gets thrown out of the game last night, gives up back-to-back home runs, lungs Trevor Story. And, obviously there was no intention behind it. No. You give up back-to-back home runs, throw a fastball at someone's back. No, I didn't mean to do that. I was just trying something different. Same Valdez that crossed up his catcher, threw right at his catcher after he
Threw
gave
a
up a home
fastball
run.
at him.
Yeah. So this guy's got a history of it. After the game, his manager, A.J. Hinch, opportunity to defend your pitcher. Are you going to take it?
We play a really good brand of baseball here. I didn't feel like it. It's not judging intent. I have no idea, but I know when you go out on the field and you end up sort of in those confrontations, you usually feel like you're in your right because it didn't feel good being out there. So I understand their frustrations. I understand the moment, and it was a low moment of a frustrating night.
We have a good brand of baseball, and that wasn't it.
Yeah, I mean, if you saw it, it was clear
as day.
It was clear. Story was asked about it after the game. He more or less said, everybody knew it was intentional.
Yeah, they hit 2 bombs in the inning, and then later with StatCast throwing the 4-seam fastball. I think he's thrown it like 10 times. He doesn't rear back and throw a 4-seam fastball, and he did on that one.
Yep.
But through an interpreter, he said it was not intentional. It was not on purpose. It might look like that, but it wasn't. Yeah. Anyways, we know he's a hothead. Look what he did last year. That was something I don't think I've ever seen, where you want to cross up your own catcher with the signal.
I hated that. Remember in the World Series, he sweat so bad and those big, long fingers, and he was gripping the ball up.
He's so good.
Yeah, he's a good pitcher.
Yeah, he is. Just got to control that anger.
Scooble's going to miss a couple months, too, so
And he's going to get suspended. He's going to miss time.
Probably.
That's an issue for them.
Did we all see what people are saying is the reason that happened to his arm?
No.
T-shirt toss?
Did not see that.
He was tossing T-shirts apparently at a playoff game. I guess he was out there for
The Pistons?
Pistons.
No.
He was tossing T-shirts with that left arm. Now, again, this is what Twitter's saying this. I'm not telling you this has been.
Are you an orthopedic
sourced.
surgeon?
Oh, yeah. I'm certainly not a doctor, not playing one on radio or television. But
Hey, as a man who has history throwing T-shirts.
Does that do a number on the elbow?
I could see that maybe, something got a little caught up.
But he had loose bodies in the elbow. He didn't.
Again, I'm not a doctor.
Tear an ACL doing it.
I'm a fan of a good narrative.
All right.
Man,
Put your
that
tinfoil hat on, right?
That curses the Pistons run.
I don't know. We'll see. They won last night.
Yeah, they did.
All right, so game 2 tonight, 76ers and the Knicks. The Knicks are 8-point favorites in the game, so the money has pushed that line up a little bit. I feel great about the Sixers tonight. I can't wait to see them respond. You know what, Sean? I'm excited to see them respond, I guess is what I'm looking forward to in the game.
Yeah.
Because we see them respond against the Celtics in the first series.
I'm feeling good about sitting down and watching a team that's ready to bounce back. And, of course, Joel Embiid. I love the venom that this rivalry has. If you remember a couple years ago, Ben Simmons never lost to the Knicks. Right? There was like 4 or 5 seasons that the Sixers owned the Knicks. And you know what? It was boring. I enjoyed it, but it was boring. Yeah, they've got our number, but this is something new. There's legit venom. And after game 1, the bounce back, it's going to be better than what took place, obviously, in game 1.
So the people up in New York have lost their mind, not only the fans, but also the media. We played it yesterday. Craig Carton was claiming that we couldn't sell out basketball games in Philadelphia.
He had another take, too.
He's always got, normally I just ignore him.
Same.
But he had said we're a minor league joke of a sports town because we couldn't sell out the games, which is clearly false. We easily sold out the game. He just doesn't understand the secondary ticket market. But anyway, so Tiki Barber yesterday. Do we want to play Tiki first or we want to play Embiid first? So he's reacting to what Embiid said, right? So you want to play Embiid first? Here's Embiid after game 1.
Kind of grabbed at your stomach. Just what happened on that moment?
I got hit on it. I don't know if it was obviously based on what's been going on. I guess I got to protect him more, so I don't know if it was dirty or not. So yeah, I guess I got to do a better job of protecting my, especially that part.
So what did he really say there? He said, I don't know if it was dirty or not. He didn't. Sometimes athletes will say that, and then you really know that they think it's dirty.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get that idea from Embiid. I don't know. I mean, he threw an elbow into him going through a screen. Embiid's a dirty player. Embiid will do that too. Like he does stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. That wasn't like a whiny or a bitchy statement, right?
Not at all. And even more, he added to it where he said, yeah, I got to go back and see. But, it might have been intentional, I think he said, because when he spun around, he did Maxey went that way, and he kind of just bolted right towards Embiid, his direction.
Was there intent to extend the elbow? Yes. Was there intent to hit him in the wound? I don't know that.
And I don't think JoJo said
But so Tiki Barber yesterday on WFAN said this about that.
If it was that bad, then don't play. If it's going to hurt you.
Don't give him any ideas,
to physically be hurt, and someone might run into you, accidentally or otherwise, don't play. I remember when I had a broken arm when I played in 2000. I had to tape my other arm because they were literally stepping on my arm.
Right.
Just because they knew I had a broken arm. Didn't complain about it. It's part of the risk of playing when you're hurt. So stop being a bitch. I would go seriously. That's surprising to me. You've been an elite athlete for a long time. You play hurt. You have to, especially when it means something to you.
Yeah.
You don't complain about it. You just don't.
Yeah, I didn't hear any complaints, and I don't think Tiki actually heard anything. I think he was headline reading and looking what people said on Twitter. I don't believe for a second that Tiki Barber actually took the time to listen to. Maybe they played it, and then he reacted. Maybe I'm totally wrong.
Yeah.
But based on what I heard Embiid say, I don't know how you could have that take other than you've lost your mind because your basketball team is in the playoffs up there.
There's not one person on New York Sports Talk Radio could say a positive thing about JoJo. That's a big difference between me. I could sit here and talk. Nobody wants to hear it, but I could talk positive about Jalen Brunson. That dude's a baller, right? Give it up. Joel Embiid deserves some praise, man. Give it up. He's not a B word.
Oh, they hate him.
They do. They can't say anything positive about him.
No.
Not at all. Kyle Neubeck, though, could I read his tweet from PHLY Sports? He's been on a roll. He is just spitting. He goes, people calling Tiki out for being with an intern, he used a different word, while his wife was 7 months pregnant, are missing the point. You should really be pointing out that after his actions forced him to hide from the media scrutiny that he did in an interview comparing himself to Anne Frank. And that's his tweet. Great job by Kyle Neubeck. Obviously, pulling that arrow back, letting it go.
I had forgot about it until I saw it.
Nice work.
I like Tiki. Tiki, I've done in-person interviews with him when we would do Radio Rows and things like that. And Tiki always remembered me, and he liked coming on doing the show or whatever. Tiki's pretty cool. They are out of their minds because they have such hatred for Joel Embiid. And by the way, I'd probably feel the same way about Joel Embiid. Like you had said, you're giving Jalen Brunson props. I hate Jalen Brunson. He's a great player.
Yep.
I would hate Joel Embiid too. He gets under your skin, man.
Mm-hmm.
He plays with edge. He was not whining about that. Bill Colorillo did more whining yesterday on Unfiltered.
No.
Oh, man.
Yeah, see, I could sit here, and no one wants to hear it. Like Sidney Crosby, we were just talking about Embiid or LeBron and playing at that age. When he was out there with the Penguins, I was like, dude, he's 38 years old, and he's all over the ice. And, like, no one wants to hear it, but I could at least give him some credit. Those people up there, they just can't do it, man.
Well, we can rip.
And Sid doesn't embellish.
Yeah, we can rip Sidney Crosby and boo him and yell at him. There's also some respect there for what he's done.
It's the way it should be.
Yeah, I don't know if I would respect Embiid. I'm just being honest. Man, he is a real pain in the ass. He's dirty. And I'm not saying this to rip him. I'm just telling the truth. Right?
Yes.
He's a dirty player. All right. And there's a difference between having an edge and being dirty. He's a dirty player.
You think JoJo's dirty?
Yes.
I think he's had like a dirty situation or two. But I don't. Yeah, I mean, he is one of those guys that gets in the dirt.
So all right. Is Draymond dirty?
Yes.
Okay.
But he's kicked people in the groin multiple times.
I'm not comparing him there. Dirty's probably too strong of a word.
Okay. But JoJo is not afraid to get in the mud.
No, he's not. But believe me, I think you need players. I'm not telling you that he needs to change. I may not like it as a Sixer fan. I'm not telling you he needs to change, that gives him the edge he needs. Draymond needs to change. Draymond's crazy. Like, what he does is unacceptable.
These guys are never changing either.
What I'm saying is from the perspective of another team's fan, I would think Joel is dirty, and I would hate him. And I wouldn't have respect for him. Now, later on in his career, and when he's winding up a career after there's battles for years and years, yeah, it's like Sidney Crosby.
Mm-hmm.
You respect him. You realize what he did for so long. He's an all-time great player. Right now, in the moment, I don't like, and that's good because that's what I want.
That's what
I want Joe being that guy in this series.
Yep, I agree. And it is intriguing that you bring up Draymond because even though he is dirty, he's the same way. I can give him respect. I really can because he's been on that team. He's been a huge piece of. He's a Hall of Famer. Draymond Green's going to be in the Hall of Fame, which is not something I ever thought would be possible, but of course, had a lot of success.
Voice memo on the Davis Honda text line, 610-632-0975. Go.
Hey, guys, it's Derek. I work at a firm over here at 3 Bala, and I am absolutely sick to death of these New York Knicks fans.
Yes.
These rats, these cockroaches crawling out of the subways in the sewers. You know, you want to puff your chest out. Your team has the second most losses since 2001. Think about that. Other than the Wizards, you have the most losses. Last few years, you've been in the playoffs, and you choked every time. You're going to choke again this year, whether it's to us or the next round or the finals. Shut the hell up, and if I catch any of you guys putting a Knicks jersey on the statue of Dr. J down at Xfinity Mobile, I'm going to need bail money.
No, let's do it. Go to the Art Museum, too. We know how that works out.
I said it yesterday. I'm telling you right now, those Knicks fans got to calm down because they're going to come down here and they're going to bark at the wrong person. That's all. It's definitely different now. And especially when you're putting videos out of ripping jerseys off of people.
You know what it's like?
Unacceptable.
It's like the Mets of the 2007, 2011. If you went to those games.
Ooh, it got ugly.
Fights, because the alcohol's involved. You go to one of those weekend games, and now you have Phillies fans fighting Mets fans. Because they come down aggressive.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's very similar. And, you know, look, it's a rivalry, but you can't be grabbing jerseys off of people. Come on now. Come on. That's assault.
All right, we have 76ers tickets, Game 3, Friday night. Ray, will you be there?
I will be there.
Okay. All right, so you can even potentially meet Ray if you win the tickets.
I plan on going down early.
All right, I bet you do. All right, we're going to play Sixers playoff knockout trivia for your chance to win. So here's how we do it. 610-632-0975. 610-632-0975. We'll start off with 6 on the line. After 6 are on the line, then the last man standing. We'll ask a 76er playoff question, trivia question. If you get it wrong, you're out. If you get it correct, I put you on hold. We move on to the next caller. Last man standing, similar to knockout, wins the pair of tickets. That is coming up next. Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic. Let's talk about Bet Parks for a second. Yep, let's talk about what you can do on the Bet Parks app, the only app I would ever recommend. How about live betting tonight's game? Oh, yeah, Philly basketball playoffs is better on the Bet Parks online sportsbook app. The Fightins, they're on fire. The only online casino app I would ever recommend, 7 p.m. tonight. Philly's an 8-point underdog at Madison Square Garden, game 2 of the conference semis. Bet more than the score. How about assists, rebounds? Philly playoff basketball on the Bet Parks app is awesome. Tonight, Zach Wheeler's on the mound for the Fightins. It's time to play. Make your downtime fun time on the Bet Parks online casino and sportsbook app, where there's always another way to win. Odds, slots, bets, and games, they have it all. You must be 21 and in PA, New Jersey, Michigan, or Maryland. New users only. Terms and conditions apply. See betparks.com. Casino bonus must be wagered. Gambling problem. Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
And they even the series tonight. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. It's brought to you by Michelob Ultra. Flyers playoff hockey is here. Catch the WMMR and Fanatic Flyers Block Party, a live broadcast presented by Michelob Ultra Thursday and Saturday leading up to the home Flyers playoff games. Win autographed jerseys, 21 plus. Please enjoy responsibly. Sixers, Knicks, game 2 tonight from Madison Square Garden. The Knicks with a 1-0 series advantage. 7 o'clock tip-off tonight from MSG. You can listen to it right here on The Fanatic. Nick Nurse talking after game 1 about the Sixers being a step slow in that first game.
I just feel like we were full step slow tonight. Defensively, we just seemed like we were chasing everything, didn't guard the ball well enough, didn't contest shooters well enough. I mean, they were obviously picking us apart, just moving a lot better than we were.
Chance for them to even up the series at a game apiece. For the Flyers, a chance to get a game tomorrow night at home. Game 3 against the Hurricanes. You'll be able to listen to that right here on The Fanatic. Last night, the Phillies won 9-1. Bryce Harper, a pair of homers. Christopher Sanchez, 8 innings, 10 strikeouts for him. Another one tonight against the A's for the Phils. This update's also brought to you by Wendy's new Biggie Deals. Choose one of Wendy's new Biggie Deals for pretty biggie deal. Gotta be Wendy's. U.S. price participation may vary. I'm Ray Dunn, your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and The Fanatic.
6 callers locked in, Ray Dunn. Only these 6 callers will get a chance. It's very simple. We ask you a question. If you get it correct, we put you on hold. You remain alive. You get it wrong, you're out. All right? You ready, Sean? Give me a little.
I'm ready, baby.
There it is. Give me a little something.
Get excited.
All right. And by the way, these were the Negative Nate came up with these. All right? So don't blame me if they're wrong. They're Negative Nate. All right, Lee in Northeast Philly. Lee.
How are you? Let's go.
How many games did it take the 76ers to defeat the Toronto Raptors in the 2001 Eastern Conference Semis?
6.
Incorrect. He gone. Kevin in Bucks County. Kevin.
Yeah.
Which team did the 76ers defeat in the 2001 Eastern Conference Finals? 3 seconds.
Orlando.
Need an answer. Incorrect. 0 for 2, Sean.
Off and running here.
Mike in Ballackinwood. Mike.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
What's going on? Who is the Finals MVP for the Sixers in their 1983 championship run?
Moses Malone.
Moses Malone is correct. Mike's still in it. Andy in Lambertville. Andy.
Yep.
Andy, the Sixers made the NBA Finals in 2001. Before that, what was the last time they reached the Eastern Conference Finals? What year?
Come on, Marks. How about, geez, Louise? I'll go 1998.
That is incorrect.
Uh-oh.
Down to 3. Why is he giving me a come on, Marks? What does he want?
This is a tough
layup?
One. That was a tough one. It's all right.
We reference it all the time on the air. I don't know. This is a tough one.
You got to earn your keep.
All right, Matt in Philly. Matt.
Hey, what's up, guys?
All right, Matt. Who hit the iconic Game 7? It's actually not Game 7, right? Who hit the iconic buzzer beater to eliminate the Sixers in the second round of the playoffs in 2019?
Kawhi Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard's correct. Right? Wasn't that Game 6?
That was Game 7.
Yeah, it's Game 7.
Was it Game 7?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
That was it.
All right. Matt's still in it. Jim in Philly. Jim.
Yo.
What's
up?
What team?
What's happening?
What team?
Hi, Jim.
What team did the Sixers defeat in the 2001 Eastern Conference Finals? 3 seconds.
It's Toronto.
Toronto is incorrect. We're down to 2.
Oh, and then there were 2.
All right, we got Mike in Ballackinwood. We have Matt in Philly. So if Mike gets this incorrect, Matt wins.
I like that.
All right, Mike, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What 76er player famously stepped over Tyronn Lue in Game 1 of the 2001 NBA Finals?
Oh, come on, man.
I know. It's on the list. We got to give it to you. All right, Matt in Philly. Matt, if you get this correct, you remain alive. If you get this incorrect, you're out, and Mike wins the tickets. Are you ready?
Let's do it. Yeah, I'm ready.
What was Allen Iverson's point total in his iconic Game 1 performance against the Lakers in the 2001 Finals?
That's tough.
That's tough.
51.
51 is incorrect. Mike, you win the tickets, brother. Congratulations, Mikey.
Mike. What was the answer to that?
I'll give it to you.
Okay.
Mike, you know how many points?
I would say 41.
Mm-hmm.
Incorrect.
That was my guess.
Incorrect. Who are you taking to the game, Mike?
I'll play my cousin.
All right, bring your cousin. Congratulations, man.
Did he hit a 50 spot?
48.
48. Huh. And that was after going out.
The franchise record for most points in a single playoff game for the Sixers, who holds it?
Allen Iverson.
Correct. How many points?
Did he score? He had a 50 spot in that run.
He had more than, I think he definitely had more than one. I think he had 2 in that series against the Raptors.
55, double nickel?
55's correct. It's not against the Raptors, though.
Bucks?
I think it's the Pacers.
Pacers? Okay.
In 2003.
How about that? Wow. AI.
They defeated the Bucks in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Okay.
They went 7 games in Toronto in the semis. What else do we have here? That's too easy. What Sixer led the team in points during the 67 postseason that Wilt was on.
1967?
They won a championship. Yep, Wilt was on that team. It ain't Wilt.
I don't even have a guess for you.
Hal Greer.
How about that? Thank you, yeah.
Ray, which team did the Sixers beat in the first round of the 2018 playoffs?
Ooh. The return to the playoffs, the Heat.
And Embiid had the mask on for that one, I think.
Yeah, Phantom of the Process.
That's correct.
Ooh, that was a good one.
Let me see here. Who led the Sixers in scoring in the 2012 playoffs?
2012 playoffs.
I would never have gotten.
It's either
Drew?
Iggy or Evan Turner.
What's your answer, Ray?
Drew Holiday.
Correct.
Oh,
Evan
nice
Turner.
Just guess. Throw it out there.
We didn't get a chance to take a victory lap on Evan Turner, too, with that win over the Celtics. Because he's been a massive loser on social media.
He's been hating on Embiid, too.
And the Sixers organization as a whole.
Yeah, he's a loser.
Well, he is the loser, but I don't think he had a great ride here, Evan Turner.
Sounds about right.
And but I mean, he had a good career, but he wasn't a number 2 pick.
Speaking of
role player,
the process days, Rocco had a podcast where he went into a little bit of the details about how the contracts worked and really what was the vibe inside the whole process era. And it was it wasn't surprising, but it was interesting coming from Robert Covington's perspective.
Is it his podcast?
No.
He's been doing the rounds. He's trying to get into media.
Yeah?
Yeah. Trust me, I'm in his DMs. We've been efforting that one.
Hello. Well, he was talking about how if you didn't, walk the line, you were gone because it wasn't a guaranteed contract up until a February 1st date. And he said he referenced T.J. McConnell. He also referenced a player that he didn't mention a name who was not okay with losing. He also brought up the fact that they would, you knew you were losing and everybody was a part of it and it was okay. But the 76ers as an organization would do other things to make it they would bring in people to speak to you behind the scenes and do some good team experiments and stuff. I'm like, aren't you just there to win a damn championship? That's all I care
Sam
about.
Hinkie thinks that bringing in these guys is going to make him feel better.
Yeah.
And these guys are like, man,
yep.
As long as my check's clearing.
All that matters. It's a good deal, right? You're able to suit up, play in the NBA.
And Rocco was able to build that into a really good career. He made some money, good player. I was always a Rocco.
I got a trivia question for you guys.
We got
3-point percentage. Who led this year's team in 3-point percentage? And you ain't going to guess this. You could give me number one and number two.
But how many attempts? If you're giving me a guy that had 3 attempts,
right.
I'm not going to
Number 2 on the list. Number 1 is Eric Gordon. Who is number 2? Who played in 37 games.
37 games?
Yeah. That gives you a little
Who would have played in 37 games, Ray?
I mean, I don't want to think about the guy that could have been gone mid-season.
McCain?
It was Paul George. George. 39% from downtown this year.
That makes sense.
37 games.
Good for Pete.
Eric Gordon shot 57% with 6 games. Only 2.3. I don't know how many attempts, but
Eric probably not a lot,
right?
yeah, not a lot. Yeah.
Yes, I believe he does get a ring. Yes, because of course the Sixers are winning the championship.
Let's go. Get excited, baby.
All right.
Game 2.
610-632-0975. 610-632-0975. Phone line, text line on the voice or in the Davis Honda text line. Feel the Davis difference. And also the voice memos. Coming up. Knicks, Sixers. I can't, man. This is really like the song for Sunday Night Football. I've been waiting all day for Sunday night. I'm waiting all day for tonight for the Sixers. Update on our Twitter poll, and Kevin and Delco is attacking Ray again.
Uh-oh.
What is that about? That's coming up next. Middays with Marks, 97.5. All right, talk about your garage floor for a second. Comer and Cross, you've been hearing me talk about them. Amazing results. I was on their Instagram page checking out. They have some good videos up there. You get a good idea of what the finished product looks like. But if your garage floor is cracked, stained, or peeling, it's time for an upgrade. Maybe you thought about doing it yourself with epoxy. Don't do that. Maybe you've just heard me talking about it recently and saying, hey, it's not that. Sounds like a pretty good idea. Right now, you're getting 50% off installation, and a Comer and Cross floor is the gold standard, guaranteed to never chip, never crack, or show tire lift. And they handle everything for you. They make it so easy. They move your items out. They repair the cracks and damage, and then they install a custom finish that looks like a showroom floor, and you're getting 50% off installation. It's fast, clean, built to last, the perfect showroom finish when you come home. 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. 1-800-NEW-FLOOR, comercross.com. COMER cross.com.
Joel Embiid.
Ray, coming up at 1 o'clock, you spotted something. And it was Fred Katz of The Athletic. So he's more or less diagnosing what the Knicks are trying to do to the Sixers, which is attack Joel Embiid, which is interesting. I think the biggest thing with this series now in Game 2 is the adjustments that Nick Nurse makes. Bob Cooney talked about it with us yesterday as far as Jalen Brunson. They're going to put Jalen Brunson on the guy that probably does the least amount of moving on offense. He's not going to guard Embiid. He's not big enough. But they don't want him to expend his energy on defense. So what does Nick Nurse do? What can he put out on the floor where it's like, hey, Jalen, we're we're going to run you around whether you want to or not. Like, you just can't let him kind of sit in the corner and do nothing. So it's one of the strategies that Nick Nurse can use. Like, how do you kind of switch things to make them uncomfortable? Fred Katz is going to tell us what the Knicks are doing to Joel Embiid, which are essentially attacking him. No.
Yeah, what he breaks down in that article is concerning. And what they were able to do in Game 1 against the Sixers, what they could be able to do continuously against them offensively.
Yep, we'll see. So we'll talk about that as we kind of get some insight into Game 2, because is there a world we live in where the Knicks come out tonight and they win by 17 points?
Is there a world?
Certainly not.
Right? Yeah, there's no world. What are you talking about? No, this game's going to be a great game tonight. Knicks are going to win.
Look, let's just be honest about it, right? They went on the road and played 2 really good games in December against the Knicks and beat them both times on MSG. I know it's a different world ago. I get it. It was that long ago. But, like, they can run with this team. They can beat the Knicks. It's not like the Knicks are Oklahoma City. Like, for my money, I think OKC is in a different level right now. I thought the Spurs were there, but they're going to take some seasoning. It's obvious it's looking like that. But the Knicks are beatable. And the Atlanta Hawks took 2 off them pretty early in that series. Sixers just need to dial it up, start showing some fight, and not be afraid of the moment, especially up there at the Garden. And they very well could win this game tonight. Now, if I'm a betting man, I'm telling you to stay away, but we'll see how this one shakes.
Well, stay away from the money line. I'll take 8.
Okay.
I'll take 8 points.
I could dig it. Now, Maxey needs to show up. Maxey needs a good game. VJ, his number's at 13.5 here. I mean, I could see him going over that number.
Paul George, Maxey. They're for me, they're the two biggest X factors. Because Edgecombe I feel like Edgecombe's not going to shoot the ball great, but it's all about when he makes shots. And he's a gamer, man. Like, my least of my worries are VJ. It's can Paul George do it? And what I saw from Maxey in Game 1 was, like, dude, what are you doing? Even if your legs are tired, even if you're tired from the 7-game series, what are you doing? How is that the plan coming out? What was the plan coming out for the game? You're going to take one shot? You're gonna get your first bat? Like, obviously you want to score. He wasn't being aggressive.
And he knows it, too, and that's the frustrating part because the games that he hasn't been aggressive from the jump, they obviously have lost. And in the post-game press conference, he has said, yeah, it's unacceptable. I know I need to do more. I know I need to do more. And, there was the rant that I put out there, after the game, and it's like, Tyrese, you shot one time in the first quarter. We can't do that. That's not a winning formula. So many people reacted to that. It's, they got to get his teammates going. Yeah,
no, he doesn't.
That's fine if it's a December regular season game. I'm okay with that. It's not, though. It's the second round of the NBA playoffs. We don't have time to mess around and get people going. You got to get going.
Yeah, but I didn't watch that game thinking, oh, man, like Tyrese is just trying to get the guy going. I'm watching the game saying, Tyrese, what are you doing? Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
He's too good of a player to do that in that particular spot. He just is. And we've seen him do it in New York before. And we see him respond to games like that, too, which is good.
Yep.
So I'm expecting a much different Tyrese Maxey tonight, an aggressive Tyrese Maxey. You were off those two days. The day that it was either game 6 or 7 or both, where we both said, I don't need Embiid taking 13 shots in the first quarter. I need Embiid to let the other guys get going. This is about Tyrese. And he was awesome early. I think it was game 6 because he shot 6 of 18, but he had a good game.
Yeah.
He didn't force it. I felt like Embiid didn't play well game 1. Early, it seemed like a lot of forcing Embiid.
Yeah, still, I think he only had 6 shots in that first quarter. Like, to me, it's just so much on you are a superstar. Like, you are an all-NBA talent. You're a starter in the All-Star game. We've seen what you are. And to Maxey's credit, every time we have this conversation, he seems to answer the bell.
Absolutely.
I'm just kind of sick of having this conversation.
Well, that's my point. It's like you're a great player, Tyrese. And you also, and you got to be realistic, too. Got to give credit. The Knicks defense, they know Tyrese Maxey needs to get it going.
They were good.
They were good against him. So there's two parts to this conversation. I get it. But I can live. The one thing I would tell you is, like, Brunson might have a bad day shooting, but he's never going to be lackadaisical or not insert himself.
He's not going to shoot 3 times and a half.
Correct. And that's what I'm saying about Tyrese. It's like, Maxey, I can live with you going 3 of 14 and the Sixers lose. I can't go with you getting 6 total shots in a game. I can't live with that.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Not a winning formula.
All right, what's our update on our Twitter poll? We had asked, is it already a successful season for the Sixers?
And man, people have some thoughts on this. We got some quote tweets with some people battling in their replies. And
it was a good question.
Right now, 53% of people do not believe it's already a success, meaning 47% of the vote. It's
about a
come
coin
up
flip.
From about a third of the vote to nearly half the vote believe that it's already a success.
And that's with you poorly wording the.
Well, instead of doing a
too.
paragraph
No.
where, well, if we get to a game 7 and Jalen Brunson hits a fadeaway jumper with 30 seconds left to give them the lead.
And you catch a T-shirt.
And the hot dog is half price.
Yes. It's like, no. Is it a successful season already? Right? And look, Sean Bedard, Sam Ostry and I, we'll be live after tonight's game as well. Sam and Sean are always battling. They both agree it is a successful season. Me, I'm on the other side. I say no. Sam, like coming into this season, I'll just read you real quick his quick take because I thought he was really on point. No one thought they'd win a playoff series coming off of last season. They outperformed expectations. And it's essentially saying when we were coming in, this is as far as they've ever been in the playoffs with Embiid with much lower expectations before the season and got a marquee series win. So I'd consider this season a success.
There we go. All right, looks like we have some breaking Flyers news here, Sean Brace.
Ooh, I like that.
Since we're a Flyers show now. Noah Cates is out for the series, per Rick Tocchet.
Okay.
Earlier today, they recalled Jeff Luchenko from the OHL. What's that? Jet.
Oh, yeah,
What
yeah.
did
Jet.
I say?
Yeah, Jeff. That's all right.
Jeff.
Yeah.
Jet Luchenko.
From the Brantford Bulldogs. I was just watching him the other day.
I know that you were studying that.
Yeah, he's 13th overall pick in 2024 NHL draft.
What's wrong with him? Noah Cates, lower body injury.
Yeah,
lower body injury.
Upper body injury.
Do we have an update on Owen Tippett at all, Ray? Have you seen anything?
I hope he's back.
I saw that he was somewhat taking shots on the ice, if I'm not mistaken. I think Kendall, the young gal from the Flyers, put out a video. She's at the practice facility. But that's a big one. Need to get him back out in the ice.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he was in practice, but I have not seen anything more on that.
Okay.
All right, coming up, we'll dive deep into the series. What are the Knicks trying to do to take down the 76ers? Fred Katz of The Athletic will tell us exactly what the diagnosis is. That's coming up next. Middays with Marks, 97.5.
Hey, it's Ray Dunn in Philly. This is what playoff hockey is all about. The Flyers are in round 2 right now, and the energy across the city is electric, and it all starts before puck drop. If you're anything like me, when you're going down to a game, it doesn't just start with the puck drop, the tip-off. You're going down for the experience before the game and to have a little bit of fun, maybe a little beverages before you get in there. And we're going to be live with Michelob Ultra from the Flyers block party outside of Xfinity Mobile Arena, packed with fans, energy, and that playoff buzz you can only get in Philly. Catch your brother Brent Porsche during the WMMR Flyers block party live broadcast presented by Michelob Ultra this Thursday from 3 to 7. And then this weekend on Saturday, Sean Brace and I are broadcasting live from the 97.5 The Fanatic Flyers block party presented by Michelob Ultra from 1 to 5. 4 hours for you, 5 hours before puck drop to hang out and have some fun with our friends from Michelob Ultra. And we're not just hanging out with you. We're hooking you up with tons of giveaways, including autographed Philadelphia Flyers jerseys, ringside tickets for the 2026-27 regular season home opener, and there's going to be more when we get down there. Get there early, feel the energy, be a part of this Flyers playoff run, and have yourself a Michelob Ultra, the superior light beer. Must be 21 plus to enter. Please enjoy responsibly. Details at 975thefanatic.com.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Game 2 tonight. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. Sixers, Knicks, Game 2. Madison Square Garden, the site. 7 o'clock tip-off. You can listen to the game right here on The Fanatic. The 76ers trying to even up the series before it comes to Philadelphia on Friday. What do they need to clean up after Game 1? Nick's nurse talking about dealing with the physicality.
You got to be able to at least secure the ball and not cough it up. I think we coughed 2 of the 3 up for pick sixes down to the other end, and that's just, you can't do that in the playoffs. We gotta, again, I thought it was physical. I didn't think we handled it great. We're gonna have to handle it better.
7 o'clock tip-off tonight, Sixers, Knicks, Game 2. You can listen to it right here on The Fanatic. You'll be able to listen to Game 3 between the Flyers and Hurricanes tomorrow night right here on The Fanatic. Someone that won't be a part of it, Noah Cates, is out for this series. Now, according to Rick Tocchet, as he's speaking, they get ready for Game 3 again tomorrow night against the Hurricanes. Phillies won 9-1 last night over the A's. Harper had 2 home runs. Christopher Sanchez went 8 innings and struck out 10. Another one tonight against the A's. This one is also brought to you by Summit Racing Equipment. Shop summitracing.com to keep your ride road trip ready. You'll find everything from pre-trip maintenance, plus enroll in the rewards program to get more power in every purchase. I'm Ray Dunn, your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
The game is tonight. Tom McGinnis on a call. Sixers, Knicks, Game 2. I want this game to start now, and you hope when the game actually starts, hey, the Sixers can do a little bit better than they did in Game 1. But Fred Katz of The Athletic has done a piece explaining what the Knicks were able to do to the Sixers in Game 1. The Knicks, as a team, shot 72% on two-pointers and 51% on three-pointers. And their plan, according to Fred Katz, is to find Joel Embiid and attack him, which is what they did. And if you have The Athletic, you should definitely check it out. It's a really good piece on what they're doing. Now, the question I would have, and we will talk to Fred about in a second, is, like, what can you do to combat that? But what they were doing, they were finding Joel Embiid, and they were doing pick and rolls, man, oftentimes with mid-range. This wasn't the Celtics where they were just bombing threes. They took some threes, don't get me wrong, but they were looking to take advantage of open looks from the mid-range. Because if you think about it, like, they have good shooters. Jalen Brunson's not like a sharp-shooting Ray Allen. Jalen Brunson, when he gets hot, can hit anything. But he also takes mid-range shots. Karl Anthony Towns was very good in the game, right? Like, it seemed like everybody was shooting.
Yeah, that's a big difference from what.
Uh-oh.
Hi.
What is this, Ray?
Fred Katz ready to go. Who's not ready to go for tonight? Shams reporting Philadelphia 76ers star Joel Embiid has been ruled out for Game 2 tonight against the New York Knicks due to ankle and hip injuries, sources tell ESPN.
Wow. What a kick in the pills, man. I mean, just an absolute stone-cold stunner. I just...
So we're bringing on Fred to talk about what they're doing to Joel Embiid, and now Joel Embiid's not playing tonight. I'll just bring Fred Katz on The Athletic here. Fred, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing great. Thanks, guys, for having me on. That was
Hi, Fred.
It's funny. You guys asked me to come on for him to talk Embiid, and then literally 10 seconds before I get the call, like, okay, well, what else can we talk about?
Hey, Fred, what do you know about Andre Drummond?
I know all too much about Andre Drummond, my friend.
All right, so let's just wow. This is going to be completely different than what we were going to talk about before. But let me just leave it like this: How did the Sixers beat the Knicks with what the Knicks are trying to do? Taking Joel Embiid out of the game totally changes everything. But, I mean, how did you see the series then? How do you see it now?
I mean, look, I saw coming into this series, I picked the Knicks in 6, and I know I'm around the Knicks a lot more than I'm around the 76ers, obviously. But really the number one reason why I thought the Knicks were going to win this series coming into it was because I felt like the Sixers could beat anyone in the playoff series. That was the deal with their talent. They could beat anybody, and obviously that came true because they came back from down 3-1 to beat Boston. But I thought the time that was going to bite them at some point was just they weren't going to be able to win 4 with Embiid's injury history, Paul George's injury history, and at some point, which is now the second round of the playoffs, these games start coming every other day. You don't get the long rests. And I just didn't see, based on history, Embiid holding up either because he was going to not play or because he was going to, not look like himself having to play every other day. I just didn't know if the body was going to hold up. And
we have our answer on that.
Yeah. And so we'll see. It's game 2. We'll see if he comes back in the rest. They were able to win the Boston series, without having him for the first 3 games of that one. So, we'll see.
Good point.
We'll see what the Sixers can do. They're still really talented, and they came back from down 3-1 against a really good team before. I'm certainly not saying this series is over, but obviously the Sixers are in a much better place when they have Joel Embiid.
Yeah, that's the thing, Fred. You brought up the game 2 on the road in Boston, and you got some great contribution from everybody. You had to. Maxey led the charge. VJ Edgecombe is the X factor, but is it so unreal to have those expectations on a rookie to go out there and perform and need a big game from him? Or do you think, VJ's shown enough that he could potentially live up and step up in this moment here in game 2 on the road at MSG?
It's amazing. I kind of lean towards the latter. There are very few rookies over the years anyone would really talk about like this. But this year there were 4 rookies that I think there are 4 rookies who I look at and I'm like, those guys are going to be all-stars. You look at Cooper Flagg, you're like, that guy's going to be an all-star, obviously. Look at Tom Knippel, I'm like, that guy's going to be an all-star. Look at Dylan Harper, I'm like, that guy's going to be an all-star. And I put DJ firmly in that class. Like, he has this toughness and competitive. It's not just the athleticism and the fact that he can get hot with the 3-ball and the skills. It's this competitiveness that he plays with. He can heat. He goes hard. He guards. Most rookie guards are not good defensively. He is, which means that he has a future ahead of him where he could potentially be more than just good defensively. He is a really good player and does not seem like the personality who gets scared in the moment by any means. It is a lot to ask of a rookie, and I wouldn't knock him if he wasn't able to come up and fill in these shoes and if he wasn't able to step up in some sort of massive way. That would make me think absolutely nothing of his future, because it is a ridiculously unfair ask to put a rookie in a position like that. However, I think it's on the table. Like, he just might be that good. He's really good.
He really is. Fred, let me ask you, because we can go back and look at game 1 now, and I know that this is an injury he picked up on top of the hip. This is a new injury with the ankle.
Ankle's new.
Fred, should the Sixers have looked at the opportunity in game 1 to rest Joel coming off of that game 7 on Saturday night in Boston? They got back to their places in Philly on Sunday morning. They took a train up Sunday night, Monday. We knew that they were not right. Should the Sixers have entertained the idea of sitting Joel Embiid in game 1? I know it's Monday morning quarterback literally here, but do you think that that's something that entered their brain and something that should have entered their brain at all?
I'm certain it entered their brain. I think every single time Joel Embiid wakes up in the morning and the Sixers training staff and medical team wakes up in the morning, everyone's first thought is, how about Joel Embiid's medicals? I imagine that is all they think about all day. So I'm certain it is something that was tossed around and something that they must have discussed to some degree, as they probably do for every single game.
Yeah, Fred,
I don't know. Whether they should have done it, it's kind of hard to say. Like, we don't have the medicals in front of us. And I think the reality is, like, with Embiid, like, with Embiid, you could probably find a reason to rest him in literally every game that exists. Like, if you're going to wait till he's an unbelievable player. He's one of the most talented centers of all time, one of the most skilled centers of all time, and he's unbelievable. But if you're going to wait until he's truly 100% and there's nothing plaguing him and the risk of injury is down, well, then you're literally never going to play him ever again. He's never stepping on a court.
Nope.
So at some point, he's either got to play through stuff or he's got to sit. And I don't envy the position that, their medical team is in. And I don't really blame this on anyone. It's just kind of the reality of what happens when a guy's body is breaking down.
Yep. Welcome to being a Sixer fan, Fred. Because this is what it is. We were in the same situation. They needed to win. Where were they, down in Houston? And Embiid ends up having an emergency surgery for a burst appendicitis. So, God, you never know what's going to happen with them. Fred, listen, I encourage everybody to definitely check out The Athletic. Fred does great work. And we're bringing him on to say, hey, here's how the Knicks are attacking Embiid. But
there will be a game 3.
There are going to be a game 3.
And 4. I don't know about 5 and 6, but there will be a game 3
we
and
will
4.
see.
Yeah.
Fred, we appreciate it, man. We'll talk to you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you for having me, guys.
There he is. Yeah, I couldn't.
Yeah, I know. Very deflating. Very deflating. All right, I'll give you a spin. You want a spin, or are you not in the mood for a spin?
No, they can win the game tonight.
Oh, I wasn't even going that far.
No, they can win the game. No. Like, I'm not even saying they can't win the game tonight. It's just a kick. It's a kick in the gut when I'm being very, like, what is it with me and being positive with the Sixers? I just have to be a miserable bleep.
Yeah, you think they can win tonight?
But it was the same thing before the Houston game. Was it the Houston game or the San Antonio game, Ray? But I'm saying, like, they can win. You need Embiid, not be erratic Embiid tonight. He can do it. It was Houston. And I'm talking them up, and I'm saying they can win it. They can, and then he has appendectomy and has emergency surgery. And so today I'm like, oh, it's a successful season. What are you idiots talking about? This is great. I'm so happy. And then he's out because of an ankle and a hip. Oh my God.
I'm trying to be like, of course we're deflated, we're frustrated, we're mad. There is a slight chance like they could go up there and perform really well and everything's hitting and they're playing good defense.
Paul George needs to score 25. Yeah, Maxey needs to score 30 plus.
They just get out rebounded. They get dominated. Like, at least Embiid can help with that side of things. It's not going to be pretty. And this is not Boston. Clearly, the Knicks are a better team than Boston. They're deeper.
Yeah, and this is where your rotation being as shallow as it is hurts you, because now you have Drummond and Ubona.
Deep team. I'm even waving the white flag on game 2 and just saying, all right, you're removing Joel Embiid. Now, again, I'm grasping here. I'm begging, as we like to say. You're removing him from game 2. Now you get him healthy. You bring him home.
But you're not going to get him healthy. That's the thing. Like, is this a preemptive strike of let's rest him so he's ready to go game 3? Or is this his ankle's really banged up and he may not play game 3?
It better be the latter.
I mean, why would we think that, though? Even at the beginning of the series, we said that at any point in time in any game, Embiid could be out.
Correct.
For illness, for injury, for surgery, for Bell's palsy. This guy's had everything. And then what happened?
Yep. If I remember correctly, Ray, didn't we have a morning show wager?
Correct.
What was that?
Food?
No, they're not getting food. They
That's
now
right.
owe a listener food.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Positive Andrew.
Andrew and John said that he was going to play every game. The caller D had said, bet you.
It took a whole game.
Yeah.
And I didn't have any issues with the caller bringing that up at the point in time. I didn't like the vibe. You don't want to talk about that heading in, but you have to be realistic with JoJo. And I'm sorry. This comes back to the beginning of our conversation today where, yeah, this is the world we live in. If you want to continue to run it back, this is what we're going to have to deal with every single year as long as Joel Embiid is playing for this team.
What did he do to the ankle? Do we know when he tweaked it? Because they brought up the hip, so maybe if it's a combination of both, then it may just be bad idea to put him out there. Let's sit him, because you don't have a lot of time in between. It's not like, all right, he gets tonight off and then you don't play for 3 games. No, you're back at it in 2 days on Friday night at home.
What's Andre Drummond's prop?
The hip was the designation before game 1.
Correct.
The ankle was a designation after game 2.
Yep.
And it
goes back
to us talking about the if I gave you 1.5 as the line for games played in New York, none of us really sat there confident that he would play too.
You said
no
that.
one said they would go over.
Ray did say that.
You did say that.
But you guys were right there with me with like, yeah, I'm not placing my money on the idea of him playing both those games.
Hell no.
And it's the reality of this schedule where it's every other day. And earlier this season and throughout most of the season, the way we've watched them operate is he plays one game, there's 2 days between, and then he plays another.
But it's also something that I've said forever, and I don't take any great joy in saying it, but you can, because remember it was, we're going to manage him, and he's not going to play back-to-back, so then by the end of the season, he's healthy. He's never going to be healthy. You could literally sit him the entire season, and then he tweaks the ankle in game 1. He's never going to be healthy. Can we just face the facts? He's never going to be healthy. You can pretend that by doing game management and not playing, you can rest him 2 days in between game 1. You could or play a game, sit out 2 games, play 1 game. His body can't hold up. It can't. And this is the way it's always going to be. Sean, you're absolutely right. I just hope they can win a game tonight. The line's up to 10.5 points for the Knicks. So I bought in at 7.
I'm out. I've been out. I'm out. This team needed to win a championship for me to even get back in, and I'm telling you, I'm just so out. I can't deal with this. This is a playoff game, and now he's not playing. Showed some fight, but this is his body. This is who he is. It's year 12 in the NBA. It's just too much. This organization, man.
I'm in. They can win the game tonight. Worry about tonight. Don't worry about after this. They can win tonight. The Knicks are still coming. By the way, the Knicks game plan's got to change now, right? If they were attacking Embiid like Fred Katz was saying, they can't do that with the very athletic Andre Drummond.
Right. Yeah, that'll change.
But he's a different defender. Let's face it, Embiid has concrete feet. He's too damn big.
He's been injured into concrete feet. Andre Drummond was born with concrete feet.
Bona?
Man, Bona's going to have his 6th foul by halftime if this is the way things are rolling.
I know, I can't.
According to Shams, Embiid was unable to participate in a team shoot-around this morning after experiencing increased soreness in both his ankle and hip, sources said. He had been receiving around-the-clock treatment and efforts to play.
That doesn't sound productive for Game 3.
Also, just before anyone starts thinking about it, he was present at shoot-around.
Yeah, I thought for half a second to go there, and I didn't.
No, so before anyone goes there, I'm just gonna.
But it just comes back to, and I get it. Like, hold up, we got to play a game. I say 0, you say they have a slight chance, or they have a chance. I just don't see them beating the Knicks. Regardless, let's move on. As a Sixer fan, as just an average Joe, I'm just so tired of this. Like, I get it. Okay, he's out there, he's battling. But it's either the knee, it's either the ankle, it's either the hip, it's either the belt. It's always something, and I'm just tired.
Ray said about he thought it was Operation the board game when they had him all laid out in game 7, right?
Yeah, it was game 7 when they had him laid out.
It was game 7 because like now you look at all the different injuries, and if you laid down Joel Embiid, you came up with a graphic and you did the operation thing. I think the game's over. You already did everything. He's had everything from illnesses to surgeries to Bell's palsy to broken orbital bones twice in his face. I mean, Jesus, with this guy. It's unbelievable. And I'm not even mad at him. Like, for everybody that says, like,
I'm mad.
You're going to rip him for being injured.
I'm mad.
What are you mad about?
I'm just mad at everything.
Okay, if you're mad to be mad, that's fine.
I'm mad to being mad. I'm mad that this guy's body constantly breaks down. Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah.
I'm mad that he is the guy that the Sixers need to have out there on the floor for a chance to win anything, and he's unable to go all the bleeping time. And that comes to him being injured. Whether it's not fair or not his fault, I don't care. I'm mad. I'm selfish Sean over here. I'm mad.
Well, no, you're not. No, I think you're speaking for a lot of fans out there.
I'm fighting with Bernard now. Bernard's got the balls to sit here and tell me that they have a chance to win 4 straight. No, they don't. They're not as good as the Knicks. The Knicks are a better team.
This series isn't over, Sean.
Oh, it's done. It's done. Just ridiculous, man. I mean, it just is ridiculous. Here it is, game 2. You need everybody out there to go up there against this team. I hate those fans. I want an opportunity to fight. And our best player is unable to go due to soreness in his ankle and his hip, who just came off the surgery table.
I just can't believe I'm being positive and it happened again. Again, like that, I was Mr. Sixer. I was standing up for my team, and he has to have surgery. Today, I'm saying I'm very positive, and they can win, and they're still successful, and the template's there to be successful next year. You know what, Sean? You're right. This is always it's always going to be a part of it. Yep. Unfortunately, it's like it can't happen game 2 of a series. That's where it hurts you. If he's hurt, he's hurt. But it's like you play game 1, you're like, all right, well, we got game 2, and then he doesn't play.
It's just, like even in the games that he comes out and he plays well, he's always banging a knee. He's always going to the locker room. He's always limping. It took 2 minutes in game 1 and he was limping. That's probably when he did hurt the ankle. He was chasing somebody down and he pushed him, and that was with a foul. That's when he hurt the ankle. He played the whole game, but it's always something. And I love the guy. Do you know I have an 8-foot mural of him on my wall right now as we speak?
It's actually kind of embarrassing that a grown man has a Embiid mural like that. I mean, it's very well done. Don't get me wrong.
We got a new desk. We covered up half of it.
No, and you're not the 6th man with funds. You're not like the season ticket holder, the 6th man.
I wish I was.
That's a multimillionaire and has lots of money.
He's at every game.
He sure is.
Pets' heads are falling off.
Right. Reaction on the text line, phone line, 610-632-0975, 610-632-0975. Hit me on the text line, Ray. What do you got?
Yeah, while I'm dodging Mr. Softy memes that are being sent our way, we've got a lot of people trying to make a deal to get him out of here. I am bleeping done with Embiid. Get him the bleep out of this city this summer. That's Joe from Northeast Philly. We got another one here. Why I said Joel is a start, it might make sense to move on from. I just don't see the Sixers winning anything with him. It's not because he's not good. It's just because of the health.
Let's go to Kevin in Virginia. Kevin, go ahead. What's up?
Yes, good afternoon, boys.
What's up, Kevin?
Yes, I don't care what happens the rest of the series with Embiid. I hope he comes back games 3 through 7 or whatever, plays his ass off. It'll be a stepping stone of getting a better offer in return for Embiid in the offseason. I want him gone regardless. We need that dark cloud lifted. I want Maxey and ZJ to get that full green light where we have a better chance to be successful in the long haul and have a better regular season record instead of, just going with different game plans. Like when Embiid's on the court, slow it down. No Embiid, fast-paced offense. I'm just tired of this switching up the lineup, and you need chemistry in the regular season to get to where you need to get to in the postseason. I don't care what happens. Trade the man in the offseason. I don't care what we get in return, please.
Amen, Kevin.
All right, Kev.
The train has come off the tracks officially for a lot of people out there. And you know what? Like, it would be perfect for the Sixers to come back with him in Game 3, which doesn't even look like a guarantee, right? And then win a game or 2 and make this interesting. Like, I hope that is the case.
They were able to do it last series.
Great. I'm not buying it. I'm not, like, if that's what happens, then I'll paint myself blue.
Go figure. Yeah, like, now we got to paint ourselves blue after Embiid misses a game.
And that was a joke. About me painting myself blue if they make this.
You already got one to pay off.
I know. Well, it's happening.
No. You were saying earlier you're going to get the Prince Albert.
The Prince Albert.
Yeah, you're going to get
that's for the banner. That's for the championship this year. Oh God. No, I just like we have to be realistic. As much as the biggest Embiid fan out there, I'm talking to you. I love him as much as you do. You can't count on him, and if you can't count on him, how can you go into any series or a playoff run with any expectation? That's it. That's the question. And if you are telling me you can in any stretch of the imagination, you're lying to yourself. You're not being realistic. That's all I want people to do is be realistic. And with that being said, this conversation will happen many times over the offseason. It's time to move on. You must get players you can count on. Injuries happen, sure. JoJo is a walking injury. Year after year, season after season, playoff after playoff. He's a walking injury. And I love him.
610-632-0975. We have your reaction to Joel Embiid rolled out for tonight, Game 2 against the Knicks with hip and ankle injuries. He was not able to participate in shoot-around. If he can't participate in shoot around, is he playing? He's playing on Thursday night. Is it Thursday night? Is that or is it Friday? No, today's Wednesday.
Friday, Sunday.
My days are all screwed up.
No.
Friday, Sunday. Is he playing Friday night?
You would hope it's a home game, right? But if he's got a sore ankle, sore hip, sore back, he's fighting, getting his appendix removed.
But if it was a game time decision, if he went out there and was limited to what he could do, when they say he didn't participate at all, that leads you to believe he's in pretty bad shape. Unless they were intentionally saying, we're going to hold him out, we're going to be cautious, we'd rather have him look at a lot better game 3, game 2. Maybe he could have played through tonight, and he would have played through tonight, or maybe it doesn't seem like he was physically able to do it tonight. You agree, based on how it's being described?
That's how it's being described. It's deflating for us. I'm sure it's deflating for the team as well.
All right, get your voice memos, your text messages, and your phone calls. 610-632-0975. We have that for you coming up next. Don't go anywhere.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Beat is out. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update, and it's brought to you by Morgenstern Medical. This month at Morgenstern Hair Restoration, they're including a free Almated treatment with your procedure. That's $1,000 value free. Call 610-831-HAIR or visit morgensternhair.com. Sixers, Knicks, Game 2 tonight will not feature Joel Embiid. Embiid has been ruled out due to injuries to both his right hip and his right ankle. A 7 o'clock tip-off tonight from Madison Square Garden as the Sixers and Knicks play Game 2 of their series, with the Knicks already having a game advantage in the series. 76ers without Embiid. Again, you can listen to that game tonight right here on The Fanatic. Speaking of injuries, we found out that Noah Cates is out for the series for the Flyers and the Hurricanes. That, according to Rick Tocchet earlier. Game 3 is tomorrow night and in South Philadelphia at Xfinity Mobile Arena. You'll be able to listen to the game right here on The Fanatic. Phillies won 9-1 last night. Bryce Harper had a pair of homers. Christopher Sanchez went 8 innings, struck out 10, and they've got another one tonight. This update's also brought to you by AAA Tire and Auto Service. Save up to $75 on brake repair at AAA Tire and Auto Service. $25 off one axle replacement, $75 off two. Terms apply. Ends May 30th. Visit AAA.com/mycar. I'm Ray Dunn, your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic.
I'm trying, Ray. I'm trying.
Hey, Ray.
I'm trying. They can still win the game tonight.
I'm having fun.
They could still win the game tonight.
I'm having fun.
They won a game.
Your town, your Philadelphia 76ers are contenders for the East. It's as simple as that.
How long did that last for?
Monday. That was it.
And again, some people are saying, Sean, maybe you should find an Airbnb in South Carolina and get the hell out of town.
Maybe.
Get out of here.
At least it's sunny down there. All right, let me shine it real quick, if you don't mind. So for the people out there that maybe might believe in, like, yeah, you catch lightning in a bottle. Game 2 against the Boston Celtics, they got blown out in Game 1 by 32. They lost by 39 to the Knicks in Game 1. So there's your similarities there. Game 2 on the road in Boston, everyone's like, yep, no Joel Embiid. Sixers are going to lose by 30. What do? They go in there and they win. How did the 76ers beat Boston in Game 2 on the road in Boston? Well, I'll give you the answer. They shot 49% from downtown. Start there. VJ Edgecombe went for 30. VJ also went off and pulled down 10 rebounds. Maxey led the charge with 9 assists. Like, yeah, you're going to need Tyrese and VJ to just be Jordan and Pippen and put this game on their back. And that's your best chance. I'm not even saying that gets it
You need
done.
to play your best defensive game of the playoffs.
They limited to the Celtics to 97 points. They kept them under 100.
And B play?
No, that was in Game 2. He did not play in that game.
Okay.
Now, again, defense, sure. The Celtics had a little bit of a rotation. I know that Missoula was catching heat because he didn't do it late in these series, but I think in Game 2 they were rotating some players. Shots weren't falling for Boston. They shot 26% from downtown. Again, this is all I have for you to at least strike some positivity to the conversation.
All right.
I'm trying my best.
All
I'm
right.
having fun.
Mike in Middletown. Mike, go ahead.
Hey, how you guys doing?
What's up?
Got a couple quick question. Hey, what do you think is the most violent sport, basketball or football?
I would think it's the contact sport, football.
Okay. You ever see the movie Any Given Sunday?
Oh, I love it. We talking Willie Beeman.
Yeah. Take the guy in the back room, juice him to the eyeballs, and get his effing ass in the fucking game.
Whoa!
Hey! Oh!
To dump it? Yeah. All right.
Settle down, Fitzy. Just settle down.
All right. We talking Willie Beeman. I keep the ladies straight.
It's good movie.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't really, thank God we're getting off the air. I believe I did the same thing the last time that this came down. I don't really know what to say.
It's deflating
Here. Yeah, because you don't know about Game 3. No, but you know what it does more than anything? And so I think I did have hope after this season based on what we saw. And then you're reminded very quickly that there's never going to be hope because the guy's never going to be healthy enough to play. Yeah. Seriously. I mean, that's what it is.
Yep. And it stinks. And it's a tough pill to swallow. And there are people holding on. And, like, that's the thing that I want to say is, like, I'm a diehard Sixers fan. I love this team. I do. And there are people out there that are still holding out hope. And it's just like, you're crazy. You're not being realistic. Like, come on, man. You got to get on board with this. This guy just cannot stay healthy, and you're just hoping. You're holding your breath every single game, whether it's a regular season game or postseason game. You're holding your breath hoping that he plays.
He doesn't play back-to-back because he's not healthy enough to do it and because they're trying to have him healthy enough for the playoffs. He could sit out. How many games did they play? 82?
82.
Mm-hmm. He could sit out 78 games during the regular season. He could miss Game 2 of the playoffs.
There you go.
It's all it takes. It's all it takes. And that's the reality. That's the reality. And you have to, like, you had said this before, like, how long are you going to drive yourself crazy like this?
Yeah.
Even if you know he's as talented as he is, when he's on the floor, he's great. It's not his fault. You're not mad at him. We're going to do this again next year?
There's life after Joel Embiid. And that's where we're at.
Well,
with this.
I mean, I know that.
The people that don't want to move on, they're the ones that don't know that. They're the ones that aren't thinking clearly on that, though. That's the issue.
What I've said the last couple of years was it doesn't make sense to move on based on what you're going to get back, and there is the chance that he has that year where he's healthy enough, and he's healthy enough in the playoffs, and guys around him step up, and they have a really good team. Is that even realistic? I mean, we're talking about getting out of the second round of the playoffs.
Yeah.
This isn't a team that can't get over the hump to win a championship like Doc in 1983 that had lost in the finals and lost in the Eastern Conference Finals. We're talking about the measly freaking second round of the playoffs. Is it possible that it's this bad? They haven't made it out of the second round of the playoffs. They haven't won more than one playoff series. You would think just by accident you'd be able to win 2 playoff series in the NBA. It's not like they didn't have good teams. And now we're right back here, except he's older. And by the way, the team sucks. Look at the team. Look at the team back then. Look at how much deeper those teams were back then. I could go and I could look it up right now. You actually had guys that could play and could shoot. What do you have with this team? Who's your best player? Quentin Grimes?
Yep.
You would have to re-sign him. Are they going to re-sign him? I mean,
Depends who the general manager is.
Watford? What are we talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
No, I'm with you there, man. It is painful. It really is.
We have a voice memo there, Ray. What do we got?
Sam Oster here in Center City with the score. I once had a teacher in high school tell the class that the key to success was low expectations. First off, what a terrible, terrible thing to tell a group of students with their entire lives ahead of them. But secondly, this Sixers season is a success based on the expectations coming in. This team, it would have been a miracle if you said back in October, this team will win a playoff series based on how last year ended. So because of that, of course it's a success. But does that mean that the success of this year should change how you approach next year? Absolutely not. This team's ceiling is winning a first-round series. And it doesn't change that you should trade Joel Embiid and trade Paul George, because you guys are talking about Joel Embiid rewriting his legacy. Joel Embiid's legacy is that he's an incredible player, but he can't stay healthy, and that has hurt his team throughout his entire career.
Yep. I cannot argue with any of that. I think part of it was it didn't feel like the guys saved their jobs by beating the Celtics. The GM, maybe. The coach, maybe.
They extended their jobs, that's for sure, for this season. But if they got swept by the Knicks, is Josh Harris and company going, you know what? That was good enough for us. Let's run it back.
Do you get a real feel for Josh Harris?
No, not at all.
I have no feel for him at all.
None. Nope.
At least with John Middleton, you feel like that you know him a little bit. Jeffrey Lurie, you feel like you know him a little bit. The Flyers don't have an owner, but you know what I mean? Like they at least have the president, Keith Jones, is running things. I don't have any feel at all, because then you have Daryl Morey and then you have Elton Brand. I don't know what Elton Brand's doing. I don't know how much the owner listens to him. At least when Scott O'Neil was here, he was a guy that you knew was kind of like Josh Harris would go to Scott O'Neil, and then Scott O'Neil would go to Hinkie or whoever, Brett Brown, and then that's how decisions were made. How are decisions made now if it's going to be Morey? Who's advising Josh Harris on what to do with Daryl Morey? Magic? Wait, who knows who he's talking to?
Yep.
And that's the real problem, is that at this point, you need a smart owner like a Jeffrey Lurie, a guy that gets it and says, you know what? My coach might have won a Super Bowl 2 years ago. I'm going to fire him because this is the right move to make, because I'm not just going to have another year being bad because I owe him another year. He's not doing that. I have no idea what Joshua Harris is thinking at all.
For crying out loud, the Indian Pacers make it to the conference finals in back-to-back years. Like, Sixers.
One time since 1985.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you.
Coming up, YouTube chat recap. More reaction. Joel Embiid will not play in Game 2 tonight. Don't go anywhere. Middays with Marks.
The Phillies are starting to win under interim.
We're back middays with Marks. Coming up next, Unfiltered, Ricky and Bill. I went back during the break and I said, because Bill was like, damn it, I had Embiid's back. I said that I was back in, and I'm like, yeah. Today I said that. Today I said it was a successful season. And Ricky looked at me, and I thought he was going to hit me. He gave me one of the looks of like, what is wrong with you?
You suck.
And I'm like, what do you mean? Like that? Like you can see next year. This is the template for what you can do next year. He's never going to be healthy. I'm like, I know. But that's where I was saying earlier today, not now.
So when I made that declaration back on January 22nd, one of the things I said that gets cut off was, and I got it wrong. Clearly, I got everything wrong. But I said in that moment that this team is good enough to compete without Joel Embiid. I was way off. I was definitely on to something that week. Meaning, like, I expect JoJo to have some sort of injury that's going to pop up. But even if it does,
the team can
VJ, Maxey, Paul George, like, everything is coming together. I am starting to see, like, this team can run with these big dogs. Clearly, I was wrong on all fronts. But, man, it is just so painful being an Embiid fan, backer, supporter.
Here's what I'll say, Ray. That cut that we play of Sean where he says there's what does he say at the end? There's no doubt about it?
No, simple as that.
Your team, your town, your Philadelphia 76ers are contenders for the East. It's as simple as that.
If they win tonight, you'll be right again. That's what I'm saying. Don't give up on it so soon.
The thing that I lose sympathy on the context being cut out of it is it's as simple as that.
Yeah.
You were telling us the headline was all you needed to read.
Your team.
It's back to being leader in the clubhouse.
I'm telling you, they win tonight. You're back to being correct.
Yeah, but no, right now, though.
Right now, you're not.
Yeah, it's back to being leader in the clubhouse for the worst take on this show.
But you need to, but you keep, you don't stand strong enough to say, no, it's true they're going to win tonight. You just fold like a cheap suit.
Yep, and even today, I'm already trading everybody before.
Yeah, you were already out today.
Just and even if they were able to get something going and win a championship, I still got to say it's a tough decision you need to make if you're Daryl Morey. But sell.
No, Daryl Morey will not make that decision. Because then I mean, what are they extending him 5 years to rebuild? No, Daryl Morey leaves with Embiid.
Correct.
And it feels like that decision's made above his head. Whether it's Morey, and then what is the new GM going to do? I'm assuming that Josh Harris or whoever. That's what I'm saying. Who? Because if this is a Myers thing, then he should just get rid of Morey. Because if that's the guy that Josh Harris is leaning on, then you have your answer right there. You have who's running your basketball ops right there. But it's a matter of what do you do? You're going to be given more time to turn it around than Morey is. Morey's not going to. They're not giving Morey another 3 or 4 years for them to tear it down. But it's still is Josh Harris willing to move? We talked about the attendance earlier. The Sixers had the 9th best attendance in the league. That means people are coming to the game still, and they're making a lot of money. And I'm just telling you, with the 76ers, and I'm almost 50 years old, that when the Sixers don't win, people aren't showing up like they do. When the Phillies don't win, people don't show up. That's how it is. They're not going to sell out the building just because they're the Sixers. You need to win. Otherwise, that attendance is going to dwindle. So it also becomes a bottom line business thing for Morey or for Josh Harris. But he's also look at the contract. If you can get out from underneath that contract now, man, it really isn't. It's a difficult decision that isn't a difficult decision. It just depends on who's making it. Morey's not going to do it. He doesn't have the stones to do it. He doesn't have the livelihood to do it.
Yeah. I am looking at some player props as far as points are concerned. Quickly on this, you got Andre Drummond, who's going to have to shoot, right? So you can get him at 7+ at plus money. You can also get VJ at 16+. That's even money. And then Tyrese Maxey at 28+. Somebody's got to score the ball. I mean, is tonight's final score going to be worse than game one?
If it is, I don't even know what to say. I'm coming in tomorrow morning, but
90% of the people didn't even watch the second half.
You're not just coming in tomorrow morning. You're getting painted blue.
Well, I don't think we're going to have the blue paint.
Who knows?
Sean's not going to have it.
Did you not call South Street?
Oh, I called.
Okay.
I called. They didn't pick up.
Oh,
and then I emailed the email they've got, and then the email doesn't work.
We are painting ourselves blue. Okay.
I'm going down there, and I will find us blue paint.
I got sponges.
So help
Can
me.
we do blue and white just so it's not like we're Knicks blue?
We might just be blue in general tomorrow.
I
Well,
thought
we are going to be blue.
Blue Man Group, but, you know.
They're winning the game tonight.
Oh, God.
All right, they're winning the game tonight. Ricky Bo may not agree. Ricky's
Stay on target.
He may be shaking his head out there. This is the backup goalie, man. Seriously. Now that Knicks are going to come in overconfident, everything that they did in game one, which was attacking Embiid on the pick and roll.
Misread the calculation.
I mean, you have to try really hard to get that past Andre Drummond, or Bona. So Bona and Drummond are Embiid. Your thoughts?
There you go.
They can win tonight.
Oh, I'm excited.
They can win. They won game two. They can win tonight.
Got to just shoot 50% from downtown.
Let's go. Well,
let it fly.
It's because they're so thin. It makes it a very difficult ask right now of any fan to think that. Let's see what happens in the game, man. As well as they shot it, the Knicks shot it. They shot what did I say? 72% from 2-point shots in game one. They ain't doing that tonight, brother. Let's get to the YouTube chat recap. What do we got?
It's time for the YouTube chat recap.
How about filling us in?
Let me tell you something else, man.
Watch us live on YouTube every single weekday.
I can't lie.
Let me tell you something.
It's the Middays with Marks YouTube chat recap.
Yep.
Coach Brace will say, hey, kids, just make bets. Don't worry if you lose. Just say you forgot. Andy from the chat.
No.
We know everybody's going to call us on it.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, we're fine. We actually do forget.
Yeah. And you know why? Because it happens now. The painting the blue happened at the YouTube chat recap. I don't remember it. It's quick.
Just say things. It's a long show.
End of the show.
The rat tail. Rat tail came during the YouTube chat recap.
Yep.
Hey, you want to give me $50?
There you go.
Now, Sean, if the Sixers win tonight without Joel Embiid.
No, I'm out. I'm paying off my bets so I can quiet them down.
Well, you put Mike Vito's toe in your mouth to start the show tomorrow.
Oh, my God.
I don't know where that came from. Ray's legitimately throwing up.
He's really sick over there. Oh, man.
All right, what's next?
Brace promises the kids ice cream after games, then is gone before the handshake line starts.
It's not right.
JM from the chat.
I could see that. I
right.
could see that.
It's not right. We have snacks in the dugout that I don't provide, but yes.
Right. Well, I mean, what they're saying, Sean, is you're of low character.
Yeah. But
I don't think that's
I don't know
fair.
how I got roped into that, but go ahead. Sure. Bring it on. Look, I'll make the deal. As long as when I become blue, they move off and say, you know what, Brace did pay it off. We're done.
Well, you got the rat tail that's you started.
The rat tail is started.
Yeah, you shaved it. You just can't see it because the back of your head's fat.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, what's next?
I don't mind dirty players. I do mind players who intentionally try to injure someone. Like a little elbow never really hurt anybody. Steven from the chat.
I mean, I don't think it was a dirty play at all. I don't think it was a dirty play. I didn't hear Joel say it was a dirty play. Was it intentional? Yeah, it was intentional.
It's a hard play.
And you know what? I'd probably do the same thing if I was. It was the second screen on the same play.
Yep.
I don't think it was dirty at all. And you know what? I would be like the Knicks should be expecting that kind of behavior back, and it's fine.
Playoff
without Embiid, yeah, without Embiid playing. All right, what's next?
I just fell to my knees at Wawa. Mark from the chat.
Yep. I'm sitting down. If I was standing up, I would have taken a knee like Tebow. That's a tough one to swallow, man. It really, because they got lumped by 40 in game one with him.
Ray rolled back in his chair.
Yeah, he did.
We tried to tweet it out, but Twitter was down.
It's pretty good.
What's next?
I just saw a guy fall to his knees at Wawa. Nick from the chat.
Pretty funny.
Nice work.
Any more, Raymond? That's it. YouTube chat recap. Friday, we're going to be out and about. Woo! How about that? We are going to be, so we know the PGA Championship's coming to Aronimink next week. So don't wait till next week to get all your gear. We're going to be at the PGA Championship merch store at Aronimink on Friday for the show, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And check this out. We're giving away a $100 gift card each hour, and you can use the gift card that day. You don't have to go home and come back. 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. So come out, get a jump on the merchandise. There's free parking. There's free admission, everything. You can take pictures with the Wanamaker trophy. Beat the crowds. Get your merch now. We will be there on Friday. And the hours for the store, Friday 9 to 6. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, all 9 to 6. Get in, get your merch so you don't have to worry about doing it next week. So it will be mob next week, Sean Brace.
Looking forward to it.
All right. And also the deal of the week. And I was at Arnold's Family Fun Center, which is the deal of the week. I was over there over the weekend.
I was so jealous of you.
Yeah, I sent Ray a picture of it. But this week's deal of the week is a $50 Von C Brewing Company gift card for just $25. Get a taste of Philly brewing history at Von C Brewing Company in Norristown, PA. You can get this deal while supplies last. 975thefanatic.com/deals. Predictions?
Ugly.
So you think it's a 20-point
This
loss?
gets lopsided. This is terrible.
Ray?
They lose.
Yeah. Big?
Nah.
They're going to infiltrate us all next week, too.
Points.
They lose by 10 points?
30.
Sixers are winning this game. Yeah. See ya.
Right here on 97.5 The Fanatic. No Joel Embiid due to right hip and right ankle injuries. Also, no Noah Cates the rest of